with it. And we'll see if I can. Now it says there's 3 people in this room, but I know there's not. Type something, someone. I'm going to see if it comes up over here. I think I tried to do this the other day and it didn't work too well. Yeah, it's coming up here. Okay, I got Raw Zen. Now I got Aldrin here. But I got Guanyin over here. It works. Are you seeing me on 2 screens right now? Hold on, hold on. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm gonna turn this one off in a second, but I don't want to fucking lose this whole. Are you guys? Can you see me on both? Ah! Okay, I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna set the whole shit. Watch, we're gonna get real crazy with it. Red. We're gonna. Yes, I'm gonna turn this one off. Come over and see me on the other one. Bang bang. Okay. Well, I guess it worked, huh? I guess I did. It was weird because as soon as I opened this one up, I had every like on here from the last one. It didn't make any sense. Well, not every like, but every fucking. It said there was 23 people. I was like, no. Oh, good. Am I redded out on the screen? Because I put mine on red shift. Or do I look normal? I mean, I don't know what fucking normal looks like, but. Cool. Let me get you. I don't want to be all up in your. Sorry, I'm all up in your face, guys. I don't like to be. I'm not a close talker. It's very funny. I always feel like when I'm doing these videos. Do you guys know close talkers? I'm guessing. I'm guessing. Leo and William and Cam don't put up with close talkers. You'll mush someone's face real fast. Like, get the fuck out of my face. But you know those people that just want to be like real close, and sometimes I'm making these videos. I'm like, this shit is way too close to my face. I must be. Well, thank you, Kyle. You always give me compliments, and I appreciate that, man. You're probably the only motherfucker I could take a compliment from because I know where it comes from. You know, some dudes compliment me because I know why. Because that's not. Sorry, buddy, that's not gonna happen. like strong straight men can just be like, this is a good looking man right here. This is a good looking man. This is how it is. But some dudes be like, but whatever. We fuck with them all. We fuck with everybody. It's all a good time. We just out here playing around. So. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Are they? Which one are you talking about? They close talk you? They close talk you, or they try to talk you into sucking your goddamn dick? I've had so many of my like, I've hung out with lots of different people, and so like through the years, I've had so many dudes be like, I don't even know how many dudes just straight ask me to suck my cock. It's so weird, but I get it, and I just try to like, but I'm like, okay, I get it, I heard, buddy, but. I tried it. It's not everything. It's no good. Sipping on nectar, parasites and fungus. So you're getting rid of certain things, but by doing that, you're allowing other things to enter, right? Think of it. If you drink way too much. So you go to a point of cleansing your body using alcohol, but then you could over cleanse your body and then you'll be barren of any bacteria at all. If you drink a lot of alcohol, you remove all of the bacteria, good and bad. You kill it all off, which is fine, but then you have to reintroduce good bacteria. So like the other day when I made that video about, what was it, yesterday? And then this morning about eating potatoes with yogurt, and as explaining what was happening with the potatoes and the yogurt, reintroducing the gut biome and the bacteria that would be helpful to digesting food. If you continue to use hot fire with water, you're going to be burning things off that you're overusing your sugars, and you're using it at a faster pace. This is why they say you have to pay tomorrow with the alcohol you drink today. Like, this is why you get a hangover. Because like, okay, you've used sugars, and you're not gonna be able to digest anything, and so your body won't let you even put food in your mouth if you don't have the bacteria to digest it. So that's when you would notice it's wrong. But what you could do to adjust that is use yogurt and raw honey. Now, yogurt's going to be amazing because it has all of these different probiotics, and raw honey is a living system, and those sugars in the raw honey. So if you eat that bowl of sugar of raw honey and yogurt, it's amazing. And then you put some cherries in there, or strawberries, or what. I mean, there's a wonderful breakfast. You put those into your system. Now you're gonna give your glucose back to your system through the honey. It's also living, and you're giving your the bacteria back to your intestines, all living probiotics, and then your fruits that are just gonna taste good. So that would be how to just work with that, using alcohol to clean your system. Obviously using it in the amounts that some of us dummies on here online use it. We will, like, if you go watch Johnny Knoxville and all of these dudes jump off of buildings and do this, we're basically doing a very similar thing. Shamans have to do that. We don't always do that. We don't do it much. We already done all that, but the idea is do it once in a while to clean out your system, because it's going to kill bacteria. Bacchus, it's going to kill Bacchus. And so even if really the deep understanding of who Bacchus is bacteria, which is related to me and Kyle. We talked about this earlier, being Bacchus god. There's a parade, runs around New Orleans during Mardi Gras, and it's Bacchus. And you drink so much that you literally kill Bacchus, so the parade's over. I mean, that's a deeper concept. But you have to fix Bacchus by getting up and having that breakfast of, pick out the things that are going to instill more energy and health into you. Because you have to remove good things. You can't just, there's no way of you cleaning your body out perfectly just by, let's just remove this bad thing. Let's just remove this bad thing. Even if you fast on water, you're still going to have to lose a little tiny bit of muscle mass. You're still going to have to lose a little protein of your body. There's just no way around it. Because it's going to use that protein, and it's going to take that protein and turn it into sugars. And the sugars become the glucose that your body runs on. So during a long fast, you'll only lose a tiny, tiny bit of muscle, because it's going to be eating all the other shit in your body off. Now, if you get to the point of your fast where you're agent zero, like you've lost all the garbage you can out of your body, you can put energy and weight on if you know how to breathe properly, and you're getting electrical charge and you're getting stimulated by the sun. But this is why people can hurt themselves doing a long fast, and especially if you add fast, which is water plus fire. Now you're creating alchemy. You put the water in a jar, and this is what I was talking to. This is why I was seeing how much he was playing the last video, when he said we was talking about a cow that can create milk through the 3 stomachs. And I was saying, well, what do you really know about alchemy? You got an alchemist with 1 burner going. It means a chef can cook 1 pan of fucking noodles. But can you get all 4 burners going and cook a meal? Now, can you be an alchemist and have not only one bubbly jar, but a second one and a third one and a fourth one? Now you're cooking. Now you're playing with alchemy. This is why people don't want to learn about alchemy, because it takes a lot. Because if you getting to the second jar of alchemy, or the second stomach of the cow, is how you take grass, which has no milk in it, and turn it somehow into milk, which is akin completely to the alchemist turning lead into gold. It's turning grass into milk fat, because it was using the extra stomachs were extra, because your stomach is the retort. The alchemical laboratory is your stomach doing doing a certain singular job. But if you know how to breathe properly, you're putting fire into something. If you know how to tighten your we'll just call it the taint, even though there's three separate muscles there. If you know how to, now you're adjusting what's going on in your laboratory. It's called your labor, your laboratory. It's a labor of something, and it can be done in front of you. It can be done in a cow's stomach with the glass jars. It can be done in front of you, or it can be done in your body. But the real work, the great modus operandus, the MO of the alchemist was to create the great work. The great work. But as I like to point out to people, just so we can get to square circle zero, the great work was done. You have a body. You're already here. It's accomplished. There's nothing you need to do but take care of it. You need to take care of your mind and your body. And if you'd like to do it at a very high level, you do it from the spiritual level. That's hard. That's the difficult thing to do. Most people are split between mentalism. Excuse me. I'm gonna do this a few times. Mentalism and physicalism. Like I want a big body, so I look all strong and I can get all the things I want and I can lift the stuff and move it. And then some people say I could think about everything and do things with my mind. But if you start before that in the spiritual realm, you're getting rid of the duality, the duality of the mind body complex, and you work with the triune God of the spiritual realm, which is the tribulation of the tribal units, which is the trident, the threes. Who said it? I've told you 1,000 times about the 3, 6, and 9s, and then we work into Tesla's work. We look into the omega 3, 6, and 9 oils, which are anointing oils, and then we can tell you about a few other oils that are gamma oils. That if you fast right, if you all want to ever go on a fast, I'll tell you about the oils after we do the fast, because then you reintroduce them into you, and it lights up your fucking brain. But there's special kinds of oils. They're very expensive because they come from special flowers. So there we go. Guan. Yeah, sipping on nectar. The honey's going to keep the honey's going to keep you perfect. You're doing the right thing. Cam, how you should consume probiotics when your poop becomes way too solid. That's about it. This is the thing with vegetarians. People that eat vegetation. The vegetation doesn't have anything in it. Is going to help digest it. So this is why you could shit out. You shit out the vegetation. You'll see pieces of lettuce or whatever's on the ground coming out of your ass, because it's a fibrous substance. So it has no way of breaking itself down, because you're not really supposed to be eating it. You're just supposed to be, if anything, chewing the fruit and eating the electricity off of the fruit. And it's not even eating the fruit. You're basically just sucking on the juice of the tit of the melon. Melon, the titty, the head is a melon, and the titty is a melon. The fruits are always melons. That was what was supposed to happen, but that the probiotics are always derivatives of plants that are on the ground. Cabbage is the most basic one, and then we let it ferment, and then we can ferment. We have fruit beers and we have root beers, and then we have wheat beers, or things that was the original beer, because we took the substance that was growing out of the ground, turning into wheat or any of the barleys, grain, malts, these things, and then we took them and we allowed them to ferment and start breathing. We allowed life into it to become a spirit. And then when we got really well versed with it and became alchemists, we looked into alcohol and we distilled knowledge. So that way we could take these grains, mash them up, and put them up through a distiller and pull the most refined parts out of them. So those probiotics should be used in accordance with what your diet is. The more you eat cooked foods, the more you need probiotics. The more you eat root vegetables, the more you need probiotics. Which means if you're eating like root vegetables and cooked foods, you need to be having a brew. You need to drink beer. Look in the cold climates, always beer climates. Because that's the probiotics. Now do you see how this works? 3 realms, 3 levels up and down, and 3 realms. Equator. Why do you think they split it at the equator in the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Capricorn and Cancer? they're splitting up the levels of where you live, and where the certain things will grow. Yeah, calories don't matter a damn thing, my friend Raw Zen. They matter nothing. Because calories, you could eat a piece of coal that's 8,000 calories. What's it doing for your body? Psyllium will clean you the fuck out, yeah. I'm an immortal pickled bacchanalian, yes. A living ferment. I wouldn't doubt that. I think that's what, yeah. Can you eat too much honey? Of course, you can overdo anything. Yeah, of course, but you don't want to get too sweet on the hive mind. If you get too sweet on the hive mind, Mama Bee will control you. Then she'll be like, I got the honey. The honey? I don't even fucking eat honey. Building your muscles. That was the part that I was getting at with the dude that was saying the stupid shit about and turning grass into milk fat. And how does the cow and the bull become so big? Because they're growing off of the sun. The sun is growing them. The sun is what's doing it. And it's mainly their consciousness, which is says basically they're just going, I'm a giant fucking beast. And they go, I'm a giant fucking beast. You ever watch these really big weightlifters? One of the crazy biggest motherfuckers. He would just be lifting weights. He'd look at his arms. He'd say, I fucking demand you to grow. And he would just talk to his muscles. He was talking to his mama. He was talking to his body to tell it what to do. Because he was controlling it. I mean, I don't think he knew from the highest level, but maybe demand you to grow. But so the cow and the other animals, why do they look like that? An apple says, I'm an apple, and becomes an apple. How's an apple grow? Who the fuck knows? Apple said I'm an apple. These big animals, though, they ain't enough calories. They are not eating enough calories. They are not eating enough fat. They're not eating enough protein. They definitely ain't enough protein. No way. They ain't drinking enough water. But they out there in the sun. And in fact, some of them ain't even get enough sun. How they growing? I'm a giant cow. That's how it works. I've seen girls that will go on a literally like calorie restricted, blah blah blah, go to the gym, but because in their mind they think they're fat, they will not lose weight. They will stay fat. I've seen dudes that say, I'm a skinny dude. I can't put weight on. I'm a hard gainer. No. You're not doing what your mind isn't right. You could change your mind about how you can put weight on and just put weight on. Or you could actually, go to the gym and instead of doing 10 pull-ups, work at that 11th, then work at that 12th, and then be a 13th, and then get through the chin-ups, and then go do the push-ups and this shit. I'm a hard gainer. No, you're being a fucking dummy. That's what's happening. I mean, that's a secondary step. That's for people lower down on the food chain. But it's all about the same thing an animal does. It says, this is what I am. Yeah. William Carl says, I can't imagine either. I can imagine being as much as I want to be. I couldn't, I could eat all day, but I don't eat all day, but I don't lose too much weight, but I don't put weight on because I like my weight. I don't need anymore. What do I fuck I want to be big for? I want to be walking around the street. If I walked around the street with how big I probably should be, people would be like, you guys just always want to be like alpha. Like I'm too small. I'm too skinny. They don't want to fuck with me. I'm just some noodle. I'm a wet noodle. They don't want to fuck with me. Now if I was 195 looking like, I've got my weight up a couple times. It's not it's yeah, William Callis says, I'd love to throw down fucking food with you sometime. People told you this story before that I've cooked for people. I'll tell you personally the whole story another time. You could read into what I'm saying here, but I stayed with this dude and two chicks, and like I was just friends with them or whatever, and an evening turned into a whole weekend, and I said, take me to the grocery store. I'll cook for everybody, and they were like, yo, let's open a restaurant. Let's throw down. I could throw down a kitchen, and so yeah, we should definitely cook some food. Yeah. There you go, Electric Tiles. Electric Tiles said it exactly. See now, most people when Electric Tiles said this, I've done heavy vodka and distilled water for a long time. My skin erupted in the worst rash of my life. My skin was dumping so much crap because my kidneys and liver couldn't keep up. That's exactly what will happen. If people understood it the right way, it's the vodka, which is super cleansing, the distilled water, because a distillate to distill water is the same thing as distill vodka. And if you use lemons in there too, that's even crazier. It's literally pushing things out of your kidneys. And it's your kidneys are going to push things into your blood, and the fastest way to get out is through your skin. And so you'll get a rash. If you had kidney problems, that's what's going to happen. There's simpler, more kinder ways to do it to your body, But that's most people look at it like, oh no, that caused me to have a rash. How you gonna get a rash? If I put alcohol on my skin, I could wash myself off. If I got a wound, I could wash off that wound. So what the hell do you think's going on in your body? It's cleaning out the wound. And so thank you, Electric Tile. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, four burners, two. Oh, we got down like that. Guanyin, you look into the ancient brewing processes. What they thought was this, and it's not what they thought. This is just like the wild fermentation. I don't think it is necessarily a bacteria the way that we see it. If I can give you my view on it, but just look into ancient alchemy. Stephen Herod Buhner, I put this book out there all the time. Look into Wild Ferments by this dude. I forget what his name is. But there's bacteria everywhere. But when we say bacteria, what I think we're talking about is literally the local environment of the acoustics. The acoustics, bioacoustic resonance plays into this. The bioacoustical fields is the energies of the trees making a sound, of your heartbeat, your mouth, you can use any part of you. I mean, you could use a beard here. There's acoustics in this. Obviously, these things are antennas, so it's vibrating to some degree, and there's gonna be something stuck to it. I don't know. It might be dirt. I've pushed this beard and this hair out by making the sound of my voice. My beard and my hair looks like what my voice sounds like. Yes? No? I mean, that's what bioacoustic resonance is, which actually affects the local area of somewhere that's brewing a beer. So a beer that starts to brew, if you put a beer next to it, it learns how to brew. That's what they said. They used to say a beer would learn how to brew through another brew. And so interesting that you call a beer a beard. It's the same, you know, BER or BERD. You're just adding a D to it, but that's for a different reason. Um, yeah, what you're looking for is bioacoustic resonance and um, I forget the guy's name that did that. I always forget his name. The one because this has been a while since I studied his shit. A Russian dude, you'll find it. Bioacoustic resonances and then wild ferments, and you just have to read in between what they're. I think you have to read in between what the wild ferments is saying because he's saying it from a level that he doesn't understand acoustics. But if you understand acoustics are causing cymatics and cymatics are causing what I'm seeing and for my entire environment to exist in the way it does. Your nickname as a kid was Cow, for real? That's awesome. Kyle, that's amazing. There's so many reasons that's amazing, Kyle. I know. I couldn't even. I had a cowlick as a kid. I had a couple of them. Hey Leo, you said you'd rather jump out of a plane with 55 kilos strapped to your back than cook in a kitchen. Man, both those sound awesome to me. I like kitchens. I'm not a I was never behind the burners in a restaurant. I've cooked in kitchens. I cook in my kitchen. I could cook, but never mass people's. I mean, I did. I cooked for a couple of giant parties, um, like 200 plus people for one event, um, and I did it out of a fucking tiny little kitchen. It was the dumbest thing ever, but anyways, I got through that. That was stupid. But cooking, man. You know what? You know what it is. Here, I'll give you a next little inlet into this shit. This is why raw vegans do what they do, because they too afraid of fire. Tell me how many raw vegans out here really want to play with fire. Not really. I'm not saying there ain't some vegans out here doing some heavy duty awesome shit. You just got to remember, it's a mindset, and then it's a. I mean, most of them are thinking the food's doing it. It's not that. It's like raw vegans. There's some big dudes, but also there used to be this dude. His name was Running Raw with and all of a sudden he went from being all really nice in shape, and he just fucking fell apart. Like literally, I think he lost all of his teeth, lost his his bones started osteoporosis, because he went on a super hardcore vegan diet. He was a vegetarian running like raw vegetarian food, and then he went vegan, and his whole body fell apart because he started eating the fucking plastic shit. Yeah. Hmm. We are Bacchus to it. Yeah, William, I got you there. We are all eating ourselves constantly. Yeah, William Cow, cheating death. Put eat, and put breath in there. Was cheating death, breath, and earth, and you go on with those things, and we're talking about eat, and then but if we flip that around, we get the Chinese philosophy, and you'd be just drinking tea. Hmm. Hold on one second. I had to. The red shift is on way too hard. I can't even see myself. There I am. Okay. William, so if we eat part of ourselves grown and transmute it into another type of organism? Hmm. Yeah, all the divine liquids. I mean, that's the transitional point to if you really want to be a breatharian. But as I'll always attempt to use Neville Goddard's words in the proper way, and it doesn't really matter what we consume. Now to say it in the way that the genie does, um, he's doing it from a very like he comes from like his teachings are a little different, and it's not for most people. It can't be for most people. He can transmute things that other people cannot. But you see his process of transmuting is aggressive. You can aggressively transmute anything. Mm. You could choke down any hard liquor. You could choke down anything. Ugh. But not everybody needs that teaching, which is that it doesn't matter. We could eat that. We could eat drywall. I could eat this plastic. It doesn't matter. That's gonna be hard for 98.6% of people. But that part of getting through the levels and saying what sipping on nectar is saying is get to the divine liquid level. Just being on liquids is so much easier on the body. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about it. You just drink whatever you want. Being a breatharian, you got to think too much. There's too much to do there. And being eating, there's too much to do. So if you eat, you sit here in a material realm that's going to be hard to get out of because you're going to have to think your way out of it. And if you just breathe, you're in a spiritual realm and you have to somehow materialize yourself back down here. So the water world is kind of a decent place to be in the liquid realm. So that's what I attempt to do at least. I like to stay in between the fire, water, air realm. Well, the fire ain't a realm, but use the fire water to stay in between the air and the water. And I've been doing this for a very long time. That there's like, you'd be like, well, B, you only weigh 100 and whatever pounds. Like, 100, what do I play? 150. I'm probably like 155, 160 right now. I could get down to like 150, 145 at a fast at the lowest, and then up to 170. But I can flux through that. It's not that important. It's like I've been doing that for a long time because it's easy to do. But if I just ate all the time, it's then I'm not getting heavier. I'm causing myself like density, like just lethargia. Is apple cider vinegar before meals with root vegetables or cooked food as effective? I would do apple cider vinegar with the vegetables. I wouldn't do it before because then you're just adjusting your stomach pH. Just put it with the vegetables. Homeostatic organ. Bullshit will tell the truth. Yeah, the olive oil and grapefruit juice is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Grapefruit and olive oil is a great one. Sipping on nectar, I won't advise you that. If you want to, you just watch that 10 and a half. Hey, anybody comment on this? Cause it's fucking hilarious. Cause after I did it, the genie say he about to do 11 on it. After I did that half. I did a 10.5 hour video and did a whole bottle of what did I do? Was it rum or was it vodka? I don't remember what it was, but I would never tell anyone to do that. I mean, if I was at the bar with somebody and they want to see, well, I'm like, well, you at the bar, let's just find out. But the fastest way to get shit out of you is you just have to eliminate everything. There's a lot of different substances that will do it. You're adjusting your pH level in one direction or the other. You can pick either direction you want to go. One of the easiest way to do it is just all the aged urine on your skin is going to help a lot. William Kyle, you seen some of my pictures that I posted? Yeah, that's easy stuff. That's easy. That's what I just had in the house. I didn't even. I'm a little behind. Sipping Nectar, you say you would love to hear about that experience. I don't know what I was talking about there at 740. Fruitarian fire. You could create fire with fruit. You just got to use the right fruits. I mean, just work with the colors. Work with the colors. Huh. That's man. Why am I tripping? I was talking about all this shit like today. Yeah, Leon. We talked about that earlier. People are waiting on you. Yeah, that's there's a pull in one. That's the so you got those two pulls. Go back to the two poles or poles, the electro and the magnetic. Where are they waiting for you at and why? What do they need you for? Are you doing your work here? Electric towel, you 100% correct. Fermentation is a type of fire which transforms and preserves. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And it preserves the food in the body. Yes, that's correct. On Wilf fires? Leo, I never... what is a Wilf fire? A wildfire. Okay, got you. Yeah, wildfire can be hard to cook on. that's a little different because obviously you got to adjust. You just got to easiest way to cook on a wildfire. It's like cooking a boar or I think the reason it's called cooking a boar because if you're sitting down with someone that's a fucking bore, like literally just boring as fuck, and you got to cook that and you got to alchemize that shit. It's like cooking a boar over an open flame, which means even though the open flame is going to be what you are, it's rotating the boar, you know, and keeping it far enough away from the flame. But if you're going to do like veggies and you got to cook the veggies enough. Or excuse me, you got to cut the veggies up enough, big enough to allow the flame that's going to probably. I mean, hey Kyle, maybe you know this. The temperature on a wildfire is going to go anywhere from what? Like, you're going to catch some like 250 to like 590 degree, like just back and forth. Yeah, it's about. You know, it's hard. That's a hard one to explain. But that's when you got to be more shamanistic and control the fire rather than like if you had a stove, you got to worry about the food. If you're cooking a wildfire, you got to worry about the fire. That's the difference. Electric towel, yes, it is pure energy. That's what. Yeah, you got to play with energy at a wildfire. Cam, are you asking me? Roseanne, you asking me why am I lethargic when I eat? Because it's dense. I'm air sign. I'm an air sign, and anyone would be lethargic when they eat because you have to digest the food. It pulls energy out of my head and out of the rest of my body to digestion. It's going to do that to anybody, but because I'm an air sign, it especially affects me. Food is not what I need. Yeah, good shit, Shaman Clown. I hear what you say there. Yeah, which one was it, Leo? Was it the Van Gogh? Oh, but you know what? The Van Gogh or the Shellback? Oh, I did those back to that. I did those back to back basically. But the shell. Oh, you know what? It was the Van Gogh. Here's why I know, because the Shellback I took down with two of my friends sitting in front of. Did I put that on camera for you guys? In front of the shop. What a fucking awesome time that was! For anybody who got to see it, that's on the the lockdown version of Zen's broadcast. There's maybe 400 of them because it gets into stupid shit. I mean, there's always good stuff in there, but yeah, that was I drank that with them over there. I was that was at the Kratom and Kava shop. I ate some CBD and drank a bottle of Shellback, Neptune Shellback rum, light rum, with two of my new friends and this dude I know for a little bit. He didn't really drink that much. I took down most of the bottle. But I had a couple other stuff. Well, but I was drinking before that, so it was a little different. That was pretty fucking hilarious. Let me see if I can get a little more light in here because I get a compliment on how pretty I am. I gotta light up the room a little bit. That's gonna work a little bit, and then we'll work on this one over here. This is why I need people in here, like working on lighting for me. You know, I gotta have a whole fucking crew or team of people as I talk for fucking ever, for 24-hour broadcasts. I gotta have people. I guess this is still not gonna work that well, but whatever. This is what you get. Sorry, guys. Sorry if it's my face is digitized right now. That's why I need like a studio to be doing this shit with people in. Because then we could have special guests and doing all sorts of crazy shit. We could have fucking live cooking shows. See, this is what's up. We could have live cooking shows. Kyle is painting, Torrin's drawing some shit. Mayan Jin's doing whatever the fuck he does, just screaming at people for no reason. And I'll be out here just wilding out about whatever. And cooking and just we'll have that. That's what's up. That's what we need to do. But we need to have somebody in control of the lighting and stuff, which means we kind of need a little crew to do this. So if anybody wants to get down, please forward me your resume and I'll have my people look over it. Which means pretty much the puppy, the dog will look over it. What's up, Tars? Hey, William Cal, the only log I got is in the toilet. The Lego movie was excellent. Uh-oh. William's wilding out. What the fuck happened here? Tars, is there something energetically going on with you? Yes, there is. I'm enjoying my day today. I had a good old time meeting some cool people. That's what's been happening. I've been energetically charged up, and I had a few days off, kind of recharging. I had a case of the Mondays, and the I had a potato. It was a potato, onion, honey. Clean my body out from the food that I eaten a couple days before, remove some of the toxin, and be like, it was rainy outside and be in depressed mode. And then today I was like, I'm going outside. I'm outside. I got charged up, met some cool people. So that's what's up. I mean, Meatwater is running about everything. I mean, she is serious dog star, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure that Serious Dog Star doesn't pretty much run the whole goddamn show. Uh, and she has been acting like a bitch lately. She could hear me. I don't. She thinks she runs the whole show, but I tell her like this: you take a nap. Oh, she's already sleeping. Let me not wake her up. Now, William, we are all one. Now, William, we are all one. Abracadabra. Say it and so it is. What's up, Miguel Thornton? Alcohol and fasting with a question mark. You're gonna have to do more than that. You just got here. I literally answered that already. Um, so, what's up, Mr. Bombay? I answered that question exactly. Anybody want to tell him, like, was it 20 minutes back? I literally covered that entire topic. I mean, feel free to stay on here and maintain or rewind 20 minutes, and I think I covered that. I forget who asked about it. It was this show, right? It wasn't the last one I did. I mean, I mean, I could. Well, I'm not gonna walk through sugar and all that shit again. Which foot is it, Torn? Hey, no, it's all good, man. Miguel, stay if you want. Yeah, that's some. You know what? Well, yeah, William, the alcohol, alchemy, and urine therapy. That's a good one. Um, that's one I was talking a little different. This shit is a little more like right to the point, raw shit. So if you want, like when I'm talking slightly different, when I don't have an audience here and I don't have to interact with people, I have a different style of teaching and talking because I don't know that I've seen you too many times. Um, Torn, who we got here? Which one? Hey, Torn, which one was it then? Your right one. And Tars, what you mean? You don't trust reality? What is reality, though? Tell me what reality is, and what is there to trust about it? Isn't it your mind? Then we get to it was your mind. And do you really trust your mind? Do you have trust in your own government to govern your own mind? I don't know, man. I've been here for a pretty long time, and as much as I go through those anxious states and those depressed states, shit's pretty groovy where I'm at. I got gravy on everything. I can eat when I want to eat. I got a nice place, and everything treats me well, except for when I fuck up. You know what I mean? Like karma's a bitch. Karma's a bitch only if you're a bitch, and you know. that kind of that kind of solves the whole problem. So like if you trust yourself, then you should trust reality because you're producing reality. The right foot torn, that's let me see if I can figure that one out right now. Let me see if it right is stuck in your body. Torn, I think you probably have something stuck in your 18th vertebrae on your right hand side that if you were to go have you ever got a massage, Torrin? Have you ever went to a massage therapist? It's a little beneath your shoulder blade, uh, about a little ways down your back, and that's one major spot that you hold, like you hold tension there. Obviously, due to your artwork, just the way that you use something and the way you talk. I mean, that's the so you can deductively or reductively or you can deductively or reductively figure something out, but you can also have just a knowingness, and I think that's what you're looking for. Thank you, William. I appreciate that, man. Leo, you ever dancing with the devil? Dance, motherfucker, dance. There's a you know everybody. There's a bunch of people in here that are like god devils. It's hilarious. There's a bunch of people in here that are god devils. That we dance together when we talk. And that's why recently like our the way that we get down here changed a little bit, and my intonation changed. William, I appreciate that, man. Reality is begging us to trust it. There you go. Torn, should we trust our own mind? It seems like we should, but what about when your mind is telling you you're stupid as fuck? Yeah, because how can you truck that you just have to go, oh, and then just move on and just do what the fuck you want next, and just go, oh, we're in a new moment, we're in a new universe, and here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to go to the store right now. Fuck you guys, I'm out of here. Hey, you guys are lovely. It's good to see you. Fucking rock on. It's just it's so momentary that it lasts forever. Your existence is happening now. And now. And now and now and now and now and now and now and now. And you think that everything that I'm doing right now is leading up to some point, and it's not. There's no point to go to. There's no end goal. There's nowhere to run to. There's nothing to hide from. There's nothing to experience. It's just whatever you want to do, because your reality the way that you perceive it is affecting everything. So perceive it in a way that is beneficial to yourself. Be you. Like, be the most intense version of yourself, because this is your experience. As much as everybody wants to tell you we're the same thing, we're all just need to sit here in meditation. No, you're having your experience. You know who's having my experience? Me. I'm here, you're there. So, if I'm eating this popcorn right now, if I'm gonna eat this pussy over here, if I'm gonna drink this wine, if I'm gonna take a shit, you're gonna smell my stankin' ass shit, you're gonna smell my mango? You can't smell it, you don't even know what the fuck's going on. It's irrelevant to you. So I implore you to do the things that will most beneficially bring abundance to your reality, to perfect it in a way that allows your whatever your nature is. I don't know. I don't know you. And so, what do you do with it? Whatever the fuck you want. But your mind, can it get in the way? Yeah, as soon as my mind starts talking against my mind, I'm like, oh shit, do I have two minds? And then I go, okay, wait, ding, 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 it's a Royal Rumble. There's 8 parties in the room right now. I've got 8 minds speaking. Well, right now, I think the best thing for me to do would be shut this off. Oh, then I have another mind that says, you know what, have another glass of wine. I have another mind that says, maybe you should eat something, Zen. Then I have another mind that says, my dog, I think she wants to go back out. Then I have another mind that says, I need some popcorn because this is a fucking party. Then I have another one that says, I need to pee a little bit. Then I have another mind that, this is literally, I'm telling you what's happening. But I just go, the fuck are you, what are you all talking about? And all these things going on. That's incoherent. How can that all be going on? I'm enjoying myself. I'm just sitting here. You know, you ever see that video of that cat? It's this fucking giant it's a fucking rumble. Seriously, in a McDonald's. Bitches pulling weaves off, guys punching each other, and it's just, but this guy's sitting here and he's just eating his french fries as if it's in slow motion. And there's like 8 or 9 people just beating the shit out of each other, falling all over the place. And this dude's right in the middle of it, just eating his french fries. Doesn't give a fuck. That's where you need to put yourself at, and then say, do you like your french fries? It's very symbolic, electric top, and until you don't want it to be. Go to hell, meet the devil. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to meet God, but never want to meet the devil. See. Yeah, I'll turn some lights on for you now. So you could get to see the devil for a second, but you can see what the devil looks like. I didn't even talk like the devil though. I don't even know what I never met the guy. I don't know. Isn't that what he does? I mean, isn't Isn't that the purpose of me doing that? I mean, I don't have these shows planned out, but was I showing you shadow self? Was I showing you shadow self? Because everybody's scared of their shadow self. Like, what parts of you don't you like? Watch through my videos. We could talk all this shit all day about anything. You want to talk about dirty, nasty shit? You want to talk about sticking thumbs up butts and doing like weird shit? All the fucking dumb shit we done, and all the bones we've broken, and all the hearts we've broken, and all the pain we've dealt with. Ain't nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. But the fact that some of us can go and push it into our to Dantian, to Baal, to these deeper realms, and then we charge up off of it, going, that's what your boy did in Ghost. Do you remember the movie Ghost? Like I said, take all of your hate, all of your love, literally saying, take all of your lower realms, take all of the what you'd call bad, and take all of the good and all of your love, and compress them into this place that allows you to touch the fucking world. Because he was a ghost, and no one, he couldn't touch anything. It was all illusory to him, and he got taught. It's all the same thing. It's all just a giant experience that you can press into the point of speaking, touching, feeling, all of this shit. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to speak like this. It's a lot to feel like this. It's a lot to touch people like I do. Now, I'm not just claiming that I'm the only one that can do it. There's a lot of people here that can. But it's glorious. But you better know what your shadow is. You better know what the devil is. Your devil is your mama. Your devil is the underworld. The devil is the dark matter. The devil is like, yeah. So Torrance Garden, did that even make any sense to you? Yeah. How can the self help the help you? How can the self help the self if the self doesn't know what the self is? If the self is broken, it can never help itself. Hey, Tars. Yeah, I know. I already get you, baby. I know. Yeah. Momentum. Okay, here, Torn lectures how the architect of the dreamer's world. Torn, the other day you were saying, when where we were living in a dream of yours, and then, but you're living in a dream of mine, and that's the interesting place that we can't quite get out of. We're glued together. So we're the same thing. So how do we sew this weaving? How do we sew this web, this weaving of the web together? Let me read this again. So this is, yep. What we need to get into is the reality war. Everybody's living their own reality, and that's great, but sometimes the conflict and sometimes the reality consists of confliction. It's about knowing what you want. Now, if you know what you want, what do you get? What you want. But then there's that song that says, I didn't get what I... Oh, I thought it was... Is it blue? It's another blue sky. Do you remember the video I made the other day? I'm looking out the window. I made this the other day. It is not that color outside. But anyways, I will stop that. Are we living in each other's reality? Or are we the same thing? Because I really truly expect you to have your own little living system over there. What's in conflict? Can we be in conflict with our own mind? Should I do this or that? This or that? How do we for me it's improvisation. This is why I make these long ass videos that have no there's no framework yet. There's just fucking goodness. Cuz just improvise on it. Who knows? Who knows? That's what comedy is. This shit is comedy to me. Some people might get something really good out of it. This is hilarious to me. I don't fucking know. But how do we bridge that gap between, you know, what is war and what is peace? Because war is raw and peace means pieces. So we always trying to split things into pieces. You want to have peace, a wholeness, but if we're all one thing, then we can't have an experience. Guan Yin, yeah, the G host. Oh, there we go. Ghost, we out of here. Peace. Yeah, punch yourself in the face. Yeah, you would do it live on camera. Play what's that we were talking about earlier. What's it called again? Fight Club. Do a little Fight Club again. Nah, I've did that too many times. I like my face. I can't be. I could come home from a long stumble through New Orleans and have a banged up elbow or knee and say, what the fuck did I do last night? But I'm not, no more punching faces of myself. Nope, can't even do it. Yeah, watch the watch. Miguel Thornton. Yeah, I'll check it in a second. I gotta get out. I'll get on my phone in a second, man. You gonna do it for the live stream? You gonna check it out and then just talk about it or something? William and Miguel, have I heard the story of the egg? I mean, there's plenty of stories of the egg. I tell stories of eggs. I tell the greatest story of the eggs, but I mean that's, I guess. I mean, P, are you serious? I guess you've never been here before. Can you read? You didn't see? Yeah, I mean that Mr. Bombay. That's, I like what you say there. That happened to me today. That was the title of the video. Yeah, we just banged out and had this awesome conversation. I mean, it's been. I mean, I've had met a lot of people on my same frequency, but my frequency changes and alters so much. We were on the same frequency, but I was like 2 octaves higher on a D. Well, I was not on a D frequency. I always stay on G frequency, but they were like lower Gs, but they knew exactly what was going on. And it was like, I told the story very quickly. You weren't here for it. I was like, I started talking to the bartender for like an hour, and he's like, I don't understand what you're saying completely, but I feel you. And then somebody else walks in, and him and the bartender start talking, and the bartender starts saying exactly what I was saying that he didn't know. And I started explaining, because I was explaining to the bartender, I was like, you don't understand me because you don't need to understand me. You feel me, which is understanding of me. And so he's saying the same things I was saying, that he said he couldn't, he said, I couldn't understand you. But he knew it. He knew it immediately. And that's the frequency thing. Same octaves. Well, I mean, different octaves, but same frequencies, yes. Like a step down in the octave, or a step up, or whatever. Same thing. Same tribe. The Mayans did this with the calendars, and that's why I just showed you that. And if you read that, you know, the Miguel Thornton, as you said, the egg, it's called En Lakesh. That's all it is. We live all lives so that I have experience. Well, I don't agree with that, to any degree, because. And here's why. That's just something simple to say, because you don't know what infinity is. For you to talk, for you to know mathematics, for you to use a computer, you have to have boundaries to what you consider infinity. Mathematics exists because you have a framework for a 10 by 10, so you can look at 10 by 10 squares and say, here's how mathematics works in this framework. If you knew infinity, you couldn't live everyone's life. There's plenty of lives you will never live. Time may exist forever, but if infinity exists, then you can't live all of them, can you? Do you see the simple problem that you pose to yourself when you say, we all exist, we all live each other's lives? There's no fucking way. There's a few people on here that you could even deal with half of the shit that they've went through in their lives. I will guarantee that. Now, I can say, I don't know the troubles you've been through, my friend, but infinity cannot collapse time into a place that you say you can live all lives, because all lives can't be contained with infinity, because infinity isn't a container. Yes or no? That's just simple mathematics. So you can't live all lives. I will bet you there's some people out here that you couldn't even sit in the same room with. Like in real life, their life is too much. You'd be like, well, sooner or later I'm gonna live it. No, you don't need to live it. Let's just move. Let's go that way. Let's just go that way. Yeah, maybe on the come around 10 billion zillion millennia from now, maybe you'll have some weird shit happen in your life. But it's infinity, right? Infinity is, you can't stop with the numbers. There's no cap on it. The only way you get mathematics, the only way you get to use numbers, the only way you get to speak, the only way you get to do anything is to realize there is a carton or a portion or a cap or some sort of, we'll put you here. You can exist from here to here. That's where you exist. That's your experience. You do not exist out here. Not in infinity. There's no one in the existing in samadhi, existing in existing in infinity is almost the most impossible thing to even describe. It's so far beyond anything, because you can't have physical form. You need to take physical form to even describe what infinity is, which is inconceivable, because you can't have physical form in infinity. So how can you live a physical life in infinity if infinity is... Wow, you want me to show you out the door right now? Can I open the door up? See all of... And can you smell what I smell? Look at this fucking... Look at this thing. Can you smell what I can smell? Are you a lion? Are you the Lion of Judah? If you walk this... do you want to? You know, sometimes, you know what? There's paths I don't want to walk, and I'm not going to. I will choose that. This is choice. Choice is the matter. If you say infinity is causing us to live all lives, you're already misconstrued. But even if you gave yourself a block and you go, okay, well, but we're still all going to live each other's lives, what you've done is you've confined yourself to an ideological perspective that says, well, if they perceive that, then I have to perceive that. No, you don't. You don't have to perceive anything that you don't want to perceive. You don't have to live like anybody else lives. If you want to live lovely and comfortably, do that. If you want to live like a poor, homeless sap, do that. It's about desire, passion, heart, and virtues. So let me scroll back through here. Miguel, how can I understand time? How can you understand something that... Infinity is... Sometimes it gets a little intense. Sometimes it does. I will calm down just slightly. Take down the frequency. So I existed on a frequency that if I kept saying what I was about to say, that it had to shut the entire broadcast off. Not YouTube, not anything else, but the universal harmonics. Call it universal, but it still ain't infinity. No one can tell me what infinity is because you don't know what a number is and you don't know what time it is. You don't know what space you're in. I know where I am. I know what I seem to be. Where are you? I can't come to where you are. And if you lived in the middle of Ghana in 1827 and you were slave to the mastermind whatever bullshit and all this evil and terror is going on, if that's the way you perceive the world, well, I don't perceive the world that way. So my future doesn't include that. I might, if I wanted to, in the dream realm, dip into that and take a look at it. But I'm not trying to experience that. I ain't trying to live that. So the only way you could ever experience even what's half of it, what's half of infinity? Wouldn't it still be infinite? 1% of infinity is still infinite. So it's just trying to say, yes, no one ever really dies. We're all here forever. But let's choose our own paths over this infinite realm and go anywhere we want and hopefully choose what we'd consider a higher realm or a better path for ourselves and our friends and whatever. Hmm. Mr. Bombay, yeah? Yeah. Well, if you want to come back here, Mr. Bombay, I'm out here in New Orleans. Mr. High Tech, through reincarnation, I think we do. How can you think about reincarnation? You don't know anything about reincarnation. Someone told you about reincarnation, and now you're thinking about it. Done. Can't hear you no more. Jonaman 57. Infinity is 8, which is soul split in half. Yes, that's what puts you in infinite stuck time. This is why eight is not. This is why we don't eat. This is why we don't eat. This is why we ingest spirit. Spirit goes up. Eat goes down. Just because we fuck with shamanic realms, we don't get stuck there because we're not eating. Eating is the I Ching. And the eating sticks you in infinite recursive places that you time loop. Go to 9. Be done with it. Just 9. Nine is the 1 and 0. Jonah Mon, yeah, you're very close with that. This is close. You're very close. The 9 and the 0. Yes. I'm not gonna correct you on that because I know what you're talking about. 1 and 0, the pole and the plane, yes. Peace out, Miguel Thornton. Here we go. Cheat codes, death for breakfast all day. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's why Tar is in the room. This is why William in the room. It's like it's so weird being able to talk like we do. What do you think's gonna happen? What do you see people on camera? You think you can interact with like them folks? It's different. It's not like what you think. A time that's cold, unwritten, unmolded to your thoughts, told now, broken, I'm your out to the back, and sin rewrote. It's now go inside that sound, bitch. Yeah, it's ours. but of course, fuck it up, and wherever we go. Yeah, time is a weird thing, ain't it? Though, like because infinity sounds weird because you got not infinite space and infinite time. And so if you got infinite space and infinite time, how are we gonna? How could you possibly traverse it? Even the ancients said there's nothing new under the sun. Well, what if you're above the sun? Anybody? Here, 22 people in the room. 22. If the ancients said there's nothing new under the sun, is there something new above the sun? What if the Father was speaking? Could he create a new? What's the Father got to do with Anubis? Just an idea. Can't say I know the answer. Cheers. William Kyle, I can't tell you how many times in videos I be saying this shit. Yeah. If there's nothing new below the sun, nothing new under the sun, then what is above the sun? What is there? It would seem to be new, wouldn't it? Or different, or somewhere outside of the. Yeah, well, a pine hole because it's connected to the pineal gland. I got you with that. The pine hole and the soul and spitting soul forth, but it's the pine hole or the pineal is spitting forth spirit, which is fractions, fractionated versions, tiny little version. But hey, Kyle, come. I'm giving it all the time, every time. It's funny. Me and Kyle got a couple similar tattoos. You can't see it on this broadcast. I ain't gonna show you. I don't think you ever seen this. I'd love to get this one re-inked up. It started to fade away, but I got love, live, time on my knuckles, which is hilarious. Yeah. Let me get another drink and let me take the piss. And hopefully when I get back here, there'll be at least 22 people in the room. And some of you, you freaks and waiters that are jerking off in the back, like a bunch of. I've been saying this lately because I think it's fucking hilarious. Has anybody ever been part of that where somebody was jerking off in the corner or whatever? That's a funny fucking thing. Okay, I'm back. Didn't take that long. Did I maintain the... No, damn it, someone left. How dare you leave the room, whoever you were. You can't hear me, though, so... Alright. William, that's gotta be awesome. I mean, are you talking about me while you were staring at this, or you mean out in Cali? Yeah, I just drank a little pee too. It was really good. It's getting the wine really helps taste of urine a lot. So if anybody that is into the drinking of the orange, wine helps it out a lot. Yeah, as soon as we've been trying to work on it. I don't know. I mean, I would do it with him anytime. Um, but I think I don't know if I don't know how to do it off of my shit, and I'm not computer savvy like that shit. Yes, Tars. The witches stole our stick. Now we're rich in the poured out licks. We peep in the niche. The hottest sound, Satan Mount, oh power found in towers now. Yeah. Keep the flow going, no fucks given. I'll fuck bucks to get clucks out the chickens. I'm getting my riches, we're getting my bitches' tongues clicking. Click, 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 like I was dispositioned. Nice rhymes, never written, always spitting. Spitting in my glass, I always got class. Blast your ass that I came back from last week to show you techniques that cool Keith and who's this one over here? I dare you to respect me. I dare you not to respect me. But next week you'll be in my class. Expect me to show up first fast. I'm glorious. I'm working on fucking mustard glass. Mustard gas got tears coming out your eyes, nose, shitting out your ass. You pass gas, but I'm much faster than y'all's asses. I will throw you down when you bitches walk outside into the halls of the classrooms. I won't even give you a hall pass through this. I was the one clicking all the lights on and off and say you wasn't the fastest bastard kid. I'm rascaling on these tiny ass, whack ass rapping bitches. Slapping the hoes and switches, getting the ups and downs and the moles that was clowning on shaman downtown. I'm robbing on you. I got hues. Blues, techniques, reds, got 'em on their knees. Fleas, dog never got 'em. Tongue, pull it out 'em. You bout to rot 'em in the bottom of the basement. We ain't even paying rent. I've been spending more money than all you. I'm spitting more honey than all you. I'm spitting more honey and I'm way more funny, keeping your nose real runny. I'll pick my nose up here and eat it in front of you, sonny. I'll put up 2 elbows. But you said those was fingers. I'll show you 2 elbows because I'm the ringer. Ain't even need a ring in my nose because I got ring around the posy. I'm like the ring around Saturn around my toes, B. Made with diamonds. I be getting up all these shorties. I ain't even fucking with them 40s. Unless they're 40 years old. Maybe a little older. Maybe a little younger. I'll even be eating up the fungus. I'll be sicking on the fucking buttholes of the wondrous little 21-year-olds that said, "Excuse me, Zen, can you do that again? Would you like to be my friend? Because the way you speak, I can see your tongue all up inside of my own." Choke on it. She didn't even choke her on the dick. Because my tongue's so far up her ass, she speaks like I do. I'm like, if you got my semen in your eye, you'd call it glue. Because now your eyes are shut. I'll call you Buttercup. I'll get your butt lifted up. Rough is what I'm doing. Screwing never around. Frowns always on your faces, but I'll turn that upside down. I'm carrying all the briefcases. $1 million, call them pounds. You better call the pounds because I'm taking all the dogs out. Taking all the bitches for walks. I walk this talk. I'll talk when I walk. I chew bubble gum when I'm skipping rope. You just playing a dope rope. I'm jumping over the top rope. I'm Ricky Balboa. I'm showing love everywhere I go. Nickels and dimes. You fickle when you climb. You falling off walls. I'm ringing all bells. Showing you all what hell looks like. You can't cook like me when I'm grabbing the mic. I got 4 burners always burning. Turning around and seeing in 360 degrees. Next to me's, I got motherfuckers smoking all the trees. I just get high off the scent. I never get bent. What you expect? Yeah. This is why we gotta do it real time. Should I let that on? Should I let that on PBS? Should I let this whole, because this whole broadcast got to be on? Do I got to private this shit because of that right there? Can't have you think the most master teachers out here through all the realms wearing their guru could just even speak half the poo poo talking shit. Hope we found her. I buy. Let's see. Hope we found her. I buy the flounders to claim my down hurt. A word on a verb, but get that girl ain't snow that's curved out. I hit my sound bitch, but you, yo, Stitch now. Claim it and hit the roach quick. Buddy, you gotta check God chat after this. It's fucking amazing. Hello. Let me just grab this little microphone over here and say hello. I used to have a problem. My chakra, it was yellow. Now I'm playing with purple cards. I burp hard. And when I fart, sometimes shards come out the back. Shards come out the back. Out the back seat is like last week's techniques. Speak verbal assassinations. A microphone in your mouth is like me masturbating in your girl's mouth. Yeah, I might be living in the South, but I'm Norfolk. And your bitch is sure to get choked. Because she's shorty that used to get smoked by all of my dudes in the hood. But now I'm running real good. Gangsters could do things that I can't do because I don't even play with a 22. I don't play with 20s on my rims. I don't even play with 40s. But we can call them all shorties, bust downs, and whores. But why would we do that? Can't we just bring up those little pussycats and make them queens and goddesses? They're still great artists, kid. They still want to ride hard on this dick. Because I'm hard when I spit. If you want to go hard on this shit, you better spit on the tip. You better get equipped for this. Bliss, business. This is what we into. They call me kid because I'm the goat god. In your throats, you got frogs. Ah! But loosen up. What's up, Mr. Bombay? Let's see what. Do I gotta listen to my engine right now? Freak out right now? Are you telling me to watch the whole thing through with all your videos, William? I don't know. Am I allowed to post this? Oh, here. Oh no. Okay, I'll scroll back through here. Where do I gotta start with this? Cause it's. Do you want me to do this right online? I gotta go back to Mayan. Is Mayan want to get on here? Do you wanna do something? How fucked up are you, man? Are we at back past the William is the plug shit? Oh man, this is a lot of reading. Ah. Oh, I'll start with Sabrina talking about does it really matter if he's dead or alive? Does it change your existence? Yep. Yeah, whoever said that shit. Who's talking about? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. This is why my and Jim be wilding out sometimes. She said, why it matter? Why it matter? Who the fuck cares? Infinite death is an infinite orgasm. So is life. So is life if you know how to treat it right. Okay, I see what's going on here. For whoever's on here, whoever's in the background, feel free to comment. If you comment, I will chat back with you. If you're just gonna watch me look at a phone, that's that's good. That's cool. I mean, I've looked at like beautiful women on the internet before. Uh, just they didn't know, but I could see you guys back there. I don't know who you are. It's okay. It's okay. I know I'm pretty. I know I'm good looking. I know my voice sounds nice. That's very calming and relaxing to you. That's okay. I appreciate you too. But if you want to talk, it's okay. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. That's so fucking. This is hilarious. Oh, what you and Maya was saying in a to in his drunken rap. Come on, that last one was all right. No or no? I'm at a 38% drunk. That was pretty decent. When I'm fucking tore up, you can't have me rapping. That's stupid. Just because he writes the, see, that's the thing. Maya been writing down rhymes for years. That was his career for a minute. I just do this because it's fucking funny. Damn it, Maya Jin. Uh, I'm gonna get up in his ass with this shit. Ah, yes, yes, that's amazing. Yeah, don't fuck with Torin like that. I'll say it like that. Hallucinogens. Yeah, fucking get your mind right, bitch. Why the fuck would she? Come on. Yeah, we all crazy out here. So when we talk about each other like that, when I say William's crazy and I'm crazy and Jenny's crazy and Torrin's crazy, no, this is you can't come out hallucinogens. Do you even know what those words mean? You know what a halogen means? It's a generator of halls of yeah. It's Lucy. Yeah, it's a light. It's a hall of light. Hallucinogens mean a hall of light, basically. Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, I would never hope as bad as, but that's funny. I think I might have caught up here almost, maybe, but you guys been talking for a little bit. I'm not gonna watch all the videos right now. I don't think. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, I would backhand smack a bitch. Somebody said Torn needs professional help. That's because she was because the church got on her. That's why she was talking about processionals. She ain't. You want to talk about professional? We well beyond professionals. Processionals is connected to professionals. You know what's beyond that? Fucking masters, and there's something even beyond that. Yeah, masters, and then you got masons, and then you got shamans, and you got a couple others. But don't say that, man. Come on, don't be talking stupid on my dude, my dude. Yeah, fucking fuck them all. Professional human. My, I am definitely the. Yeah, my arms just aren't that big. They might have been for a while. I didn't know. Luke Harper, that's amazing. If you question me, how you kick your own ass. Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna catch up on all the filmography in a second. Um, I can't click on your last video you sent, man. William, I can only click on the. Well, I can't. Well, my phone is not allowing me to click on your dumb face. Your big stupid head there. Oh, there it is. I got you. Here you go. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's right when after you told me to punch me in the face. That's what happened.
We're talking about this right here on here, but I'm like,
damn. I, I know, isn't it?
like, wake up.
Wake up, motherfucker. Thank you for that. I didn't. Yeah, let me see what's on this other one though.
This is Zen right now. He doesn't even know that I'm playing this beat over this. This is Zen right now.
Wow, that was pretty. That was pretty sick. That I can't lie. That was all right. I don't really rhyme over beats, man. Only cause my style gets a little awkward sometimes. Because I'll switch the style up so many times when I'm rhyming. Not for any other reason. I could go off on like a 4/4 for days. But then I feel like I'm just doing the same shit that everybody else is doing. So I switch the style up, but if I listen to a beat, there's nobody making beats that are gonna actually line up with the fuck I'm doing. But that was pretty slick. That was amazing. I'm gonna get one more drink, and then we'll act like a psychiatrist and make y'all shrink. Or should we eat some mushrooms? Well, that's basically psychiatry, right there. Like real. Well, I mean, not psychiatries, but we'll call that psychochiatries. And B, that you know what? I never even that didn't sound too bad. I didn't. That was okay. I felt okay by that. I wasn't upset at all. Thank you for the. Thank you, as I always say. Like, you know, I can make I can make myself look bad on my own. You know that my voice didn't sound too bad there. So who's in here? Let me see. Let me catch up here. Ain't nobody less. Okay, Mr. Bombay, what's up? Kyle did another video? Kyle did another video? I didn't believe it. See, I see this is the thing. When this shit kind of happens, when it gets stalled on like a couple of people talking, I'm like, who are these other people in the room? What are they doing? Do they even exist? This is the part that gets me all like, how can you be here? You're not in school right now. You're not in school. It's. I know where I am. I know what time it is. This is not. It's not school time, America. Shaman Khan, I know you exist. You're not in school. You've been out of school for a long time. You're allowed to be in the background. I know you got shit to do. So fine. I'll give you a free pass. Mr. Bombay, I don't know you that well, but you're probably cool. Leo's here. But we only got like 4 people talking and 20 people in the room. Who's the other 16 assholes? Come on. Introduce yourself. Acknowledge me. Put your lighters up. Do something. You know how to get at me. If you want to tell everybody that you exist, send me a picture of your butthole if that's how you feel. Like, you real shitty like that. You can't do that, you know. I tell you there like I did the other day. Throw your fucking fingers up. Throw the middle finger up. Send me a picture. Say hello. And if you're really kind and you're just shy, and you just want to just be on the low, send me some money. Because it keeps me drunk and me hilarious. Well, I mean, I'm hilarious anyways. Yeah, I know, he did. We can punch himself in his face. He asked me to do that. I was like, why would it? I was like, I've already played that. You know what I mean? Shaman Clown, weren't we talking about this the other day? Like, we've already played the game. What's it called? The Durden. Shaman Clown, you know what I'm talking about. It's why I have so much concern for our brother out there in Jersey, Mayan Jin and Kyle. They still playing the Durden game. They still playing the You know what I mean? What's the name of the movie? Like, why punch yourself in the face anymore? What's the name of the movie? Fight Club? Is that it? Is that the name of it? Like, I just couldn't understand. Like, what kind of... I was like, I might be an idiot. I really might be some kind of stupid fool. But why would I ever just punch myself in the face? That doesn't even make any sense. What's up, Darkwing Duck? And then he actually had the audacity. Here's what I have. I have a little bit of softening. It softens the blow, but he actually punched himself like hard twice in the face. Like, oh fuck, that's so weird. Why would you do that? It doesn't. What you cook, Elgin? I hope Kyle was here to at least see that and appreciate the humor of that. If not, he can see it later. I'll tell him 142. Check it out. I gave him a little love for that because because here's why. That's why. Thoth. You gotta see all the greatest plastic cups in the world. Like if you come to New Orleans, you don't have to have a cup collection because if you go out somewhere, they give you plastic cups to walk in the streets with, and you get the coolest plastic cups ever. Especially if you go to Mardi Gras, they just throw coolest shit at you. What you really want is the cups. It's all you really want. There's some other cool shit like you want some coconuts or whatever. Like, oh, I'm a bitch. I got fat titties. I got a coconut. Yeah, whatever. But that's there's only one crew doing. Well, not one crew. It's the real Indians. The real Indians, they throw a really awesome parade going in a different direction. So if y'all don't know, come here and find out about Mardi Gras. Come to New Orleans at another time first. The second time you come to New Orleans is for Mardi Gras. The first time is to see the city and see the music. The second time then come for Mardi Gras. And then see okay. Because if you come to Mardi Gras, you'll think the city is fucking insane. I mean, it is, but sweet potatoes, onions, garlic, tomato, mushroom, and ginger. Yeah, that mushroom upgrade is nice. I wish I had some because I made tacos. So I made potato, and onion, and potato, tomato, onions, garlic. I didn't use ginger and mushrooms. My ginger was like in the corner. I didn't see it there. It was bad. Mushrooms are a nice addition. I love mushrooms. I just don't digest them well. They just don't work that well with me. What's up, Darkwing? What are you doing? What you doing over here? What you doing? Why you so dark? Why are you so dark over there? Give me draw a picture, or take a picture. Do some. No more people. I told you I'm gonna start. I think that's gonna be my new shit. Is if you ain't got a picture of yourself up or some shit, I don't even care if it's a fake one. Whatever, do what you gotta do. But a D in purple ain't gonna get it. What you laughing about? What are you laughing about? Did I say something funny? Oh, fucking this city, so good. Oh, John Amont, how is 8 same as 1 and 0? What were you talking about earlier? Didn't you say 9 was 1 and 0? 8 is not 1 and 0. Well, 8 is 1 and 0. Here's why. Here's how. Because 8 and 10 are both even numbers, and 8 is connected to infinite recursive systems. 1 and 0 is connected to duality, which is infinitely back and forth. Like we think 8 is anything. 8 is this. It goes back and forth and back and forth. And 2, which is 1 and 0, which is 10, which is on and off, goes dit, 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 dit. It's a very similar situation. It's not the exact same, but it has a similar thing. So when you eat through your tube, when you're using dense objects to go through your system. Like it's not you're eighting. This is why Marty McFly goes into 88 goes 88 miles an hour, and goes back into the same movie 3 times in a row. Same fucking movie. Same exact movie. Nothing new in it. I mean, it looked new to people that were like looking for entertainment. That's cool. But if you looked at it from an esoteric eye, he even told you he was in the same movie every time. Because he got stuck eating things. And if you eat things, you eat up something as simple as the Bible. And the Bible is the 1 and the 0, which is a computer system. It's the lower version of computer system. Holding urine is really, but you got to make sure to begin with your blood is clean. If you, I hear you, Darkwing Duck, but if your blood ain't clean to begin with, you're gonna poison yourself real fast, and you'll hurt yourself, if not kill yourself. Animals in nature can hold their urine for a long time because they're in nature with no shoes on, grounding themselves out. Darkwing, hold on. The animals in nature are grounding themselves out, drinking the water, depending on who you ask, how long they're eating not much, and they can hold their piss. Like my dog could hold her piss because I feed her well for a long time. I don't like to leave her for like, fucking 13 hours or whatever, but sometimes I'll go out and I'll be out late and I'll come home like, oh fuck, stumble in the door, sorry about that. She can hold her piss because she's recycling in her body. You ever had to piss really bad, but then got past the point of having to piss real bad because you recycled it back into your body? That's what's happening. But if you're a sick fucker, like if you're a dirty person, if you have poisonous blood, you're gonna hurt yourself. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah. At the end, you piss it out if you need to, but you can reintroduce it. Here's the thing: the reintroduction of the system this way is it's a step removed from just reintroducing it in your body, which is Arianism, breatharianism, which is still like that's not for everybody. That's not for that's that's like telling somebody that's. This is why this shit, like so many of my videos I take down now, and like I don't let my channel get big. This is the reason exactly, because if I was like, yeah, the truth is you should be recycling your urine inside of your body, but then somebody that comes to my channel is a 250 pounds fat ass that has been eating steak lobster dinners, blah blah blah, and their blood is sick, and they think they would listen to that maybe, and then end up fucking killing themselves because they would over toxify their. What they do is they would clog up their kidneys. That's what would happen. They would start releasing all of this shit into their bloodstream and clog up the kidneys. This is why like part of the shit where I have these funny ass fucking long talks where I'll drink a bottle of vodka. I don't care, because my kidneys can handle it because I'm not eating. The eating is what's causing the problem, which goes back to the 88 and the eating. I'm not repeating something. I'm repeating some things on these things just for certain people that are new in the room or whatever, but no, it doesn't it's affecting me differently because I'm not full of toxic material. My mind isn't full of toxins. I'm not full of demons. I'm not full of, and when I say demons, I mean a divided version of my mind, or if we put it in the physical form, something that shouldn't be in my body, which is just about every fucking cooked food in the world. if you and just about every vegetable in the world, just about every meat in the world, that's why. Hey William, yo B, that was you didn't hear me. That was super fresh. I wasn't. I didn't think that. I didn't. Hey, that's awesome, man. You're like a brother, or like an actual physical by blood, or just. Okay, you got 3 kinds of brothers, William. You don't got to tell me which one it is. But you get the brother, and you got the brother. And then you got like the whole... Well, actually you got 5 kinds of brothers. You got your brother? Okay, that's a different kind. That's the 5th kind. You got the Hulk Hogan kind. Then you just got your brother's cousin, maybe. Your brother is your cousin is your dog. I got you on that. But in Vancouver, what the fuck is he doing up there? That doesn't make any sense. Brothers and cousins and the dog shouldn't be up in the... Yeah. I've never figured out if I have one of those. Does busting a nut reduce your vitality? I don't think so. I'm fucking vital to this world, yes? I'll wake up in the morning and jerk off 10 times if I want to. I keep a hard dick, just bust nuts. I say that as a joke, but in realistic terms, um, yeah, there is an energy that's coming from your kidneys to put energy into your 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 semen that actually creates the next life. But that has nothing to do with your life. So your own vitality isn't created by your kidneys nor your testicles. Only if you're thinking about the future generation of creating a smaller version of you to take care of, which means this goes into Montauk Chia's idea of micro macrocosmic orbits, which says men need to keep their semen. Men need to keep their semen if they want to hold energy and life force into them, but not really, because it's a physical object. Semen is physical. I'm not dealing with the physical world. So I'm speaking this language that is hard to really, put into words the right way. But holding it, where are you putting it? Where are you going to put it? Are you going to let it? You're going to go back into your kidneys? Are you going to keep it in your balls? Are you going to let that fucking like the little drip come out? Is it just I'm not touching a woman? I'm not going to masturbate? I mean, how are we talking about this? That's a larger talk, because you're talking about energy. Here you go. Let's talk about individualized energy, and let me say something real deep here. And it's called the I'm a Dan Winter you. It's called a shareable wave. If I have energy to give, why wouldn't I? If I have the strongest semen on the planet, why wouldn't I plant it everywhere? And I can do it for my tongue. I can do it with my nutsack. But let's just get rid of this. Let's get rid of talking. Let's get back to what you're saying. Semen retention. Why would I ever not nut? Why would I ever not give the woman the glory of saying that she got a fucking god to come all over her face, her tits, her whole body? You don't think women like that? I mean, a woman can come out here and tell you right now. There's women out here right now. There's plenty of women. They'll tell you. That makes them feel sexy. Why wouldn't I share that with them? We don't have to make a child every time. Some people say, well, in nature, if a seed is planted, it's not to be wasted. What the fuck are you talking about? There's plenty of seeds that don't get grown because they were no good. But a woman is turned on by that. That's sexy. That's great. I mean, you shouldn't do it all the time. How long are you going to save your seed for? You're going to put it in your grain. You put it in your silo. You're going to put it in your silo. You know what silo is called? You know why it's called a silo? I mean, do you know what that means? It doesn't mean, it's not just to store grain. It means something else too. And also, if you know what a silo is these days, it's full of aluminum, which is probably why people's penis looks like a silo. Why they shape it like that? And your dick is full of aluminum because you're shooting out fucking rusty seeds. Your rusty ass aluminum seeds. That's why the next generation, which is raw dog in this shit here. That's why the next generation comes out completely retarded, like brain doesn't work because there's aluminum in the brain, because there was aluminum in your silo, because you're eating aluminum grains off of the aluminum toxicity. So what are you supposed to do? Clean your ball sack out first, then eat right and clean your body out, and then do what you want with your semen. And then see if your brain works right, because your brain is connected. Why do you think when you catch brain from a chick sucking dick, it's catching head or catching brain? It's connected. It's the same thing. Where are you thinking from? If this shit is right, this shit is right. So to hold on to it for what? For what? For who? For what reason? If I got knowledge, I'm spreading everywhere. Just take some, have some. It's free. How many seeds fall out of a fucking orange? 5 seeds fall out of an apple, maybe. Probably. How many fall out of an orange? How many fall out of a watermelon? I got a watermelon up here. How many seeds fall out of a watermelon? Count them up. See where they go. Do they all get planted? They got deep roots. They're big. Cranium, knowledge, watermelon, 97% water. So, I don't know, man. What are you supposed to do with it? I mean, you ain't supposed to jack off 10 times a day because you're gonna deplete your kidneys. But if you deplete your kidneys, there's a way to rebuild them. I mean, there's a few things that need to be like discussed further within that. Vancouver? Cam, I already answered that earlier. What's up, Ashley Sims? Random. It's never random. Hey, good to see you, Ashley. Random, but any thoughts on fasting and menstrual cycle? I did a whole video called salts and salty moods. Salty moods and it's connected to fasting because fasting will get rid of your menstruation because your menstruation is connected to salts. The full moon's gonna. So the woman's period is usually based upon the moon energy. The moon energy is about pulling things out of the body. So if you look at the new moon versus go watch the video. I'm not going to explain it again here right now. I mean, I would love to, but you're gonna get a better version of it if you go look up menstrual cycles and full moon. Put my name in that, and you'll find a really good video on that exact topic, and hopefully that answers it. I mean, hopefully you stick around for this because it's going to be fun and stupid and whatever we talk about. But that should answer that question. If it doesn't, I'll go on with it. Best time to start a fast for anyone? Well, that depends on your sign. That depends on what you're holding on to. You know, a full moon is an energy extracting device to a degree. So a full moon, there's a good reason to start it then. But other people like to start it on an empty moon because their body is already in a healthier position. And so they're building up to, actually gain energy from the moon. It's a little hard to describe, especially at 2 hours in, and that's a really big subject. I'll cover that completely another time, but I think you'll find everything you need in that video I told you about. Where are all the missiles stored? There you go. Missile silos, thank you. Why are they called Miss L's? Because they missed the L. They missed the fucking point. So, you're Leo sun, but I have a strong Cancer and Libra in my chart. What's your rising? Your rising is more important right now. Leo is your sun, so that your energetics are very strong, connected to the sun. So what's your moon? So basically, for most people, all you need is the first three. You need their sun, their rising, and their moon. Their sun is what they actually are. Then their rising is what they show, and then their moon is the kind of, well, you know how the moon works. But we're talking about the moon. It's about currency and energy, and the energy is connected to the period, the end of the sentence. If you write a sentence, the end of the sentence, you put a period. It's connected to the woman's period. But a woman should really, truly, at least in my mind, never have a period, but she should always be coming. She should always be having an orgasm. And there's an orgasm connected to why women don't want to have sex during their period. Because this is the end of the sentence. I'm mad about everything. This is what they do. Because it's connected to the salt, which is connected to Saturn and the moon. There's nothing wrong with Saturn. There's nothing wrong with the moon. But we've consumed too much salt, especially women. So they get these salty-ass moods. Libra. I'm a Libra ascending too. That's probably why we're chatting. I'm a Libra ascending too. Balancing the things out, huh? Oh, so you got a good balance point. I have 3 good balance points. You love salt. We're going to help you with that. Watch the video. You'll see. And sugar too? Sugar or honey? or just anything with that quality of, you like salt, sugar. How about sour? Let me give you this. Let me give you this before you answer that. I mean, you're probably already typing, but there's five. There's five. It's called salty. It's called sweet, salt. Yeah, Bauer. Yes, and Bauer some bitters. Sweet, salt, spicy, savory. Sweet, salt, spicy, savory, and sugary. Wait. Sweet. Kyle, help me with the five things that the Chinese cooking do. It's called a, because I'm a little I'm just a little unbalanced to the right side a little bit. Sweet, salty, sour, savory. You got me? What is it? Sweet, sour, salty, savory. These are the five S's of cooking. And I teach, I know all, I teach about this shit. And spicy. Sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and savory. Thank you, Raw Cam. And Razen. Sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and savory. Sweet, sour, salty, spicy, and savory. Those things are what you need to consider within the real, those are the real elementals of the Western philosophies. We talked about this the other day. You're definitely Eastern. So Raw Cam, Razen, whatever. The bitter works into the sour and bitter are kind of similar, right? Sweet, sour, salty, savory, and spicy. Bitter and umami. The umami is a weird one. Sweet, salt, sour, savory, and spicy. I play with the five S's because the bitter and the umami. No, we work with another language now. We can't give people 7 right now. We're trying to deal with. You don't like sour, okay? You can play with spicy. Let's see if we can work. Let's see if we can work through this with you right here, live on camera. Can we get you into a place that, yeah, he's got to go deeper. He's got to dig up. He's got to get his gold. He's got to take his silver spoon and his golden shovel and dig down deeper, because he's part of the really. Okay, you like spicy. All right, cool. So you got spicy and salty and spicy and sweet, but you don't like sour. And how about savory? Savory foods that would just last in your mouth for an hour or two, like kind of Hibiscus is a really nice flavor. And there's one element. There's one. Okay, and you love savory. Okay, so it's just the sour you don't like. I'm gonna get you 1 second. Hey, but the hibiscus, if you want the best tea ever, there's a certain reddish, blackish, greenish. It's in my. I have it over here in the closet right now, and it makes it's the five strong elementals of the Chinese cooking that they make as a tea, and it's in this one tea that you really don't even need to add sugar. It's comes out like the reddest beet juice, and I'm gonna try to remember it as I talk to Ashley through this. Yeah, with your hands, fire, knife, and foods. Yo, William Kyle, we should probably just open up a fucking restaurant. 5 herbs, 5 kinds of hibiscus. 5. No. Cigarette nectar. Maybe you got me all wrong. No, it's one element that holds all of the 5. There's not 5 kinds of 5 elements. The 5 regular style of flavors. Like, excuse me when I say elements. 5 kinds of flavors. The 5, the sweet, salty, spicy, sour, sugar, right? You've opened restaurants? No, I mean, you want to own one? Or do you already own some? I don't know. You like that, B? You run the material. I'm sorry. I'm just air. I just talk a bunch of shit. I can do a lot of shit, too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I already showed you my chart. You see what I can do? Rah, rah. So, Ashley, let me get back to your... So you like basically everything. You like spicy, savory, but this is sour you don't like. The sour element is connected to the liver and the gallbladder, right? The liver, more the gallbladder, it will chop this shit up. So we're gonna get back to the beginning, which is funny. We went through a couple funny shit. So we were gonna go through menstruation, and we're gonna turn menstruation into fasting, and then we'll even turn it into how your signs in the sky. This is how fucking hardcore we do this shit. People think we're fucking joking out here. I could probably do this all on my own. It'd take me just a little longer. But this is fucking serious. We're going from fasting to salts that are running your life by the wrong. You're using the wrong salts, Ashley. That's the first point. You're using inorganic salts. That's an obvious thing, which has an effect on your body temperature, your blood pressure, and your mental balance. And then you said, so you Leo, which means you fire, so you can burn those things off quickly. That's why you're really pretty. Like, I can't really tell. Like, you, I mean, I don't know what you look like, Ashley. I never seen you what you look like. I've never met you, but you look really pretty. You look like you burn things off fast. So you can burn salts off fast. And then you got that Libra in your chart, which is balancing things. So that's why it hasn't affected you too much. You're gonna like gallbladder and liver are gonna cause cancers in your system. Cancers are energy that gets stagnated. There we go. Libra ascending. There's the balance. The salts are fine, but you got to get the salts from the organic variety. You can't be putting all the pink Himalayan. That's not real. That's fake bullshit. Watch the video I told you about. You'll learn from there. But the bitters will work for you. The bitters and the sour elements are what you need because they're digestives, because you need to learn to digest things more. And the sour element is something that it's on the side of your tongues. On the side of your tongues. Do you have two tongues? Did I say that for the right reason? Are you like a dragon queen mother or something? So on the side of your tongue, you have like the sour principle. Tamarind is probably what you need. Is there yeah, well yes, because what's happening there is you have internal there's a few kinds of there's a few kind of feeders within your body. Some are sugar cravers and some are salt cravers. So the vampiric things that people are like, oh, vampires and stuff, and you have somebody says everybody's got worms and everybody's got this and that. Most of them are going to leach to salts and sugars. Well, the dynamics of salts and sugars are very similar when they're both inorganic. Now, this sounds like a lot of words. I get it. It's just the way I talk because I like to explain it perfectly. So that way the next person in the future that comes through here and can kind of hear what I'm saying. Tamarind is going to be a good solution to that. Yes, tamarind is sipping on nectar. That's right. There's a couple other things you can do. You want to get into salt and sugar cubes. Yes, you're cubed up in Saturn in some sort of way. There's something in your chart. Saturn has you cubed up some way. You have to get outside of Saturn and work with Saturn, not let Saturn own you. There's some sort of time force that owns you, and that time force that owns you holds you within a dynamic of thinking you need a salt cube or a sugar cube. You can get organic sugar and throw it through like a sugar. Like if you got, okay, I was telling some people the other day, if you get a sugar cane and you juice it and put some lemon in it, it's the greatest thing ever, and it will fix the hangover. It'll fix you. And if you want salt, you have to get it through the salty celery root. You have to get it through roots. You want to play with the roots. You need to play with roots. You need to play with the spine. You probably have a weak spine, I'm guessing, because the sour element is something that like you probably have a little bit. Do you bite your can I ask you this? Do you bite your tongue? And when I say bite your tongue, I mean, do you wake up in the morning with tongue bites on the side, or do you bite your tongue when you're about to say something? and you're like, I don't want to offend anybody, or maybe I shouldn't say this in front of, this is a new group of people, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Do you do that? Can I ask you that way? Because I think there's, we're going to walk through the whole thing. I'm going to show everybody how this works, and we can connect all the dots really simply through, I'll do it. I'll tell you the vertebrae in your spine where this shit is going on. I'll tell you the place in your brain. You have different little spots that are holding pieces of information throughout your entire body. And if you just tell me the right information, I need a few of these people's help because they're better at some of this than me. But praise Satan, praise Satan. Be alive, praise Satan, be all that shit. We all that shit. It's all the same thing. That's she knows. She knows. Come on, you've been here you've been here long enough. You know how I talk. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. We're just talking about physical. When we say Satan, what we mean is a physical body. Okay? When we say mama or Satan or physical or Lucifer even, it really connects to the physical body. And when we say like God or some higher realm or there's a yeah. Did I ask you if you bite your tongue? Yes, I did. Like in a physical realm, do you bite your tongue? Like, do you wake up in the morning and have tongue bites, or because that's a sign of something, or do you bite your tongue literally when someone says something and you're like, I don't want to offend that person or hurt that person's feelings. You don't. You don't bite your tongue ever. Like you'd be like, or whatever. Like, do you twist your neck around? Let's get a little deeper. You crack your neck. Do you have anything that's stuck? Do you go get because the sour thing is a really important element in all of everything. But a lot of sours and bitters are very connected, which is kind of like the unami, which is connected to this a spice in India, which is it's hard to explain, but it's a really sour, stankin' ass element, which is called. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Yeah, sours. You probably she's got something to release through the gallbladder and the liver. And here, hey, do you know this? Kyle Estes, do you know this spice right here? Let me show you. You probably know this one, but I think this is probably what she. There it is. Do you know this one? Let me find it. Here's the one. I'm gonna have to. Okay, let me see. Let me see what we got here. Now, can you see that? Can you see that, William Calistez? It is a stankin' ass shit, and I'm gonna have a hard time saying this. Ooh, well, because they use a couple different things. It's called asafoetida. 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 I think that if you were to go the easiest way of solving your problem, I mean, you probably have to do a couple different fasts. We've talked about that. You know what this is right here? Hing? Yeah, asafoetida. And the dog just came over here and wanted to smell it. Oh, she needs some of this. That's so fucking funny. It's a stinky ass shit. But if you use it in the right amounts in cooking, they use this in really like fine dining establishments. If you really know what you're doing when you're cooking Indian food. But that's fucking hilarious that she just came over there when I pulled that out the cupboard. Like usually if I have pulled something out of the cupboard that she does not like, so yeah, though it tastes like yes, it does. It's because it's connected to the yeah. So getting back to the problem, there we go. So hey, we'll go farther if you're willing to do it. Ashley, do you have a are you anal retentive? Do you fart? Do you have a problem farting? Because gaseousness is related to your organs as well. Whether or not you can burp or fart. It's not whether you're like holding your farts. Ooh, Butte Ween and William Kyle about to battle right now. We'll see who's right about the mother is connected to Saturn, and this is actually the father is connected to Saturn. I'll correct you both when you're both done arguing like a bunch of little kids. Sipping on nectar. You have to look up recipes that require it. And here's what's funny about that. I do not leave cupboard doors open ever. It's one of my fucking least favorite attributes of any human being. I somehow didn't close the cupboard because I was too amped up with you guys. I think what you need is you need some basil and bay leaves as well. You ever drink a bay leaf tea? Bay leaf tea is gonna help. But it seems like a digestion problem that's related to your gallbladder. So as we go back through the whole thing, it's a digestion problem that's related to your gallbladder and your liver. And there's ways you can fix that are like really fast, but kind of aggressive, like sticking stuff up your butt. And there's things that are a little less aggressive. And that's why I ask you if you have like problems sticking your finger in your butt or if you're anal retentive. Yeah, the farts of the ifatatil though. I mean, how do you even cook with that? I mean, I've only used it in a couple thin dishes. Everything has a male and female dynamic. Some just tend to be towards one direction. There's not the only balance sign is in Gemini. That's just that that's just the way it is. Yeah, and Butte Wayne, yeah, my Venus and Mars is very interesting. I mean, I told you about it a little bit yesterday. The Venus and Mars is very, very connected. I didn't get in that part with you, but it is. The anatomy of a snake's mouth. Earlier, hey, yeah, William, you did a video of you opening your mouth up. We saw what it looked like. Snake ass motherfucker. That's so funny. Is when I look at you, I don't see a snake at all. I mean, I don't like. You have some snake-like charm qualities, but no, I don't see that in you. Like I know you have that energy, but you're not a snake person. You got reptilian qualities for sure. But then again, I do so. Your reptilian qualities come out up here. Your tongue a little bit. My reptilian qualities come out of my ass, like where my tailbone is, and my tongue a lot, obviously. But then we balance it out. You balance your shit out with your Taurus and your Earth. Yeah, you see my leg tattoo, didn't you? Yeah, Butte Ween said, Father Time is Saturn. It's about pressure. Take the pressure down. Yeah, we got to depressurize things, but sometimes you can pop the pressure out. William tries to pop the pressure out of his neck rather than letting it go, which is why he's trying to pressurize his skull and getting things. And he goes, William, here's the way. I'm going to tell you how to fix your fucking neck. I'll say, hey, William, hit me on the fucking, you have my number. Hit me on that way. I have a gift for you. Because I want to show you how to fix your neck like not instantaneously, but like it will help out the thing you do is gonna fix it. I could just tell you right now online, get yourself a really strong. If you want me to send you one, I don't know what your money situation is like. You know, my money is sometimes it's good, sometimes it's fucking, sometimes I'm stuck. It doesn't matter, but but if you need some help with it, let me know. But if you want to go just order it on Amazon, if you want to send it to you, let me know. Get yourself a really thick ass rubber band, the big rubber bands that people use for like working out. Get yourself a really thick one. One of like they do them by weight. I think you'd probably want like the green one. I think the green one is about 80 pounds. I'm not sure. Put that around the back of your neck and then roll your neck. You'll be you it will fix you'll all the pops you hear, you're gonna find new ones. And it's gonna loosen up all that cartilage that's stuck there. And then I mean I don't know if you I mean I'm sure you do it, but there's like for me I can put my couple fingers and I can find the spot and I could. But if you use this rubber like 60 to 80 pound band, you're gonna find spots in vertebrae that you didn't know that were there, that just were that actually you got clogged up on that 32nd because on the 30th it was stuck, but you didn't know how to relieve the 30th. You're probably I think what it is for you is I think you're stuck at the 30th. I mean, well, flip them around. Well, how we count? You want to count from the top to the bottom, bottom to top. It doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Let's start from the top down. Go down 4 vertebrae. Let's go to 29th. And you're stuck right there. And everything that's trapped there, just like in people's blood fluidiums, the reason you keep snapping this one part of your neck up here is because this one's trapped and keeps letting in your traps. See, these are your traps, your trapezoids, your trapezoidals. And now we can look at what trapezoidals are holding this one little vertebrae really. But if you crack that one open, then you're good. You keep working on the wrong vertebrae, I think. That's really what I think is going on with you. I think you're working on the wrong vertebrae. Because you should already accomplish the great works. You know what I mean? Like you should already you know what I mean? You shouldn't be so like you got that, you got the same genie thing got. I mean, I do too. I know I got a couple things I got to work out. Don't get me wrong. I'm not it's not a judgment here. I'm just saying you're looking at this one vertebrae going, that's my C1 right there. I got to kind of but it's a little farther down. It's a little farther down. You collected energy somewhere a little lower, right above your trapezoids. It trapped you. That's why you got trapped in this. That's why you got trapped in this mindset that you're like, I'm the devil. Yeah, okay, I get it. B, you got love in your heart because it leaks through. But why can't it always get through? Why isn't it always connecting to your skull? Because you think it was 32 to 33. No, it was like 29 or 30 that was holding it from. Or just find whatever age you are. I don't know. What is that, 29? Sipping on nectar. I don't know anything about fire cider. You want to clean your gallbladder. You got to clean your. If you want to clean your gallbladder, you got to clean your liver first. That's it. You got to go the other direction. You got to start with your. You got to make sure your bowels are clean. There's a direction to go here. You can't clean the wrong direction or else it's not gonna work. And so your gallbladder is because it's connected to your liver, right? You have to get rid of what's in your liver so your gallbladder can release all of the. Because your gallbladder is doing something that's slightly. There's a couple more organs, but most people don't gotta fuck with those because we haven't backed things up that far. There's only a few people that have broken shit that bad. You want to make sure your kidneys are, excuse me, your bowels are, your stomach is clean first, then your bowels. Then you can do a coffee enema and release all of your toxin from your liver, and your gallbladder will also release. But I think it happens 2 ways, and then you'll do after you do the coffee enema, you do a grapefruit and oil flush will really help you get the gallbladder in order because the heavy duty oil is going to start pressurizing the system. And then you're going to clean your kidneys out, which is going to help your blood cleanse, which will make your urine just immaculate. And then once you've done that, drinking your piss is simple. And it's beyond simple, it's the healthiest thing you can do. I wonder, where do we know of these planets? Have you stepped on them, touched them, felt them? Shaman Clan, I'm pretty sure I've touched all of the planets. Yeah. I've touched all the planets. I've pissed some of them off, and I've loved the fuck out of some of them. The end of the relationships tend to be just. I don't think they're ever. I don't think anything ever burnt out. I think it was always that I pressurize systems to a degree that planets get like fucking upset with me. I pretty much pissed off every feminine version and every masculine version too, because I pressurize systems. Because not from this realm. I'm not from this earth. I mean, but yeah, I mean, if that's just me being playful. But yeah, I mean, we all hurt each other and touch each other's planets and touch each other's things and let's touch base, play baseball, touch bases. There's even connection to baseball. How many planets are there? There's 9 people on the field. How many planets are there? There's 9. We play with the diamonds. Sipping on nectar. If your neck is holding the tension, I'll say the same thing to you. Um, it might not. It might not be your neck. It might be farther down your spine that's not allowing that to happen. Like there's maybe a vertebrae that's just holding tension. Like you, I don't know what you look like, my friend. If you want to, feel free to send me a picture of you, or like if you send me your astrology chart, you can do it here. I don't, I can't see you over here. You just look like long haired dude, blah blah blah. I don't fucking know. If you want to send me a picture, I could look at it and evaluate that. I mean, if you want to get real sick with it, show me what you actually look like standing up, because I could tell if your shoulders dropped over here and this one's up over here, and we can evaluate like that's easy to do. I mean, that's simple chiropractor work, and we're trying. I mean, I mean, if I can, even if I over the, but then what I'm saying is this. Normally, what I do is I can just usually figure it out, but you're a little different. Because I haven't talked to you that much. But feel free. If you want to send me an astrology chart, I'm happy to look over it. It might take me a couple of days because I'm a fucking retard with that shit. I don't get back to people right away because tomorrow I might just choose to turn this shit off and go run around the city or go hang out with my friends. I don't know. But yeah, I'll help you with that if I can. It's weird, Butte Ween. The knowledge comes from those who can access the Akashic records. I've never been there. I've heard about it. I've read about it. I don't know that I've ever been to this realm, but it just so seems. It appears to me that when I listen to people speak, I think they're speaking from a place of not knowing. And when I'm speaking of telling you absolutely, I've never been there. But when I'm talking to people, like they're like, well, you know what you're saying. But I don't go to Akashic records. Where is that at? I could. I've told people before where their vertebrae are fucking without even knowing anything about them. And then I did this in person, like multiple times. I don't even do this often. And somebody said to me, "How the fuck did you know I had a problem with my liver?" I was like, well, I don't know, but I could just see it in you. I've walked up to people in a bar and say, oh, I will adjust you. I made someone in a bar pass out for a second and then lose their ability to speak for about 2 minutes. I knew what the problem was with their back, grabbed them by their face, and just adjusted something. I have no idea how I know how to do this. There was no Akashic records. There was no nothing. But the motherfucker couldn't speak. Then, take some girl back after this and do some healing work. Like, lose the fucking mind. because their body was out of adjustment. They had no idea that they were holding pressure in places. And it wasn't that I was looking at them doing this. It was that I could just sense it. I have no idea. I have no idea why. Like, I could look at this and just go, that's where I need it. I could just tell you all about it. And I'll even go ahead and bet that if our favorite friend in the world here, he might come back if I say his name again. I'm not going to say it again. But I said it earlier. I told him what vertebrae was fucked up in him. If he goes to a chiropractor, or a he's got to go to a good acupuncturist. They'll put a needle there, or they will adjust his back there. I even met the dude. It's just something I know. I have no idea how, but I would guess I'm right, and I'm not even guessing. I don't deal with records or scripts. Fuck them both. Eldrin, you need see, you're probably stuck here. You could probably adjust yourself right now, Aldrin. There's a spot right here. It's in between the collarbone. There's a tense spot right there. It's not so much a bone problem you have. Some people have bone problems. You have something that is. So you got bones and you got vertebrae in your back, and then you got what is that stuck there? Oh, I can feel it. Ooh, that just popped my ear. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Just find that little spot. It's tucked underneath your neck, in between this bone that comes off of here, collarbone. It's beneath your collarbone and it goes into your chest, but it's right there at the corner there. And you push on it, and there'll be tension there, and then you have to breathe in, then push on it. And as you feel tension, start to breathe out, because you're going to breathe out that tension from that little spot, and that's going to help part of what's stuck in, because there's connections between. What is it? What is stuck there for you? I can't see it, what it is exactly, but that's one of the places. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you too with that, but it's gonna take a little bit. It's 2:34. I'm a little banged up, but I'll figure it out in a second. Divine Hazel, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a very important question. Here's what I need to know. I'm gonna grab another beverage for this question, because I'm very curious about this. Curious. So as you're saying this here, you say, and as everybody knows, I get a little behind here because people, it's not because I'm slow, it's because you guys are too fast. You said, Divine Hazel, you say Akashic records are the records of that knowledge of the records that have all of your, of your DNA and the knowledge of who you are and who you ever will be. How do you fucking know that? And I say that with the kindest regards. And I say it with a second question. What is your DNA? Who told you that? I'm gonna tell you who told you that before you even answer. It was somebody that did LSD. So haven't we learned that any 3-letter words are usually full of shit? LSD, FBI, CIA, DNA, full of shit. How you know your DNA works that way? You know that if you go take a DNA test, it's all bullshit. It's all for entertainment purposes only. So How do you know that? How do you even know? When did you start saying the word DNA? When did you know the word DNA? Do you think people were talking about DNA in 1950? Tell me about these people in 1950 that were scholars. Tell me about these people in 1904. Tell me about these people in 1800 were the gypsies. Tell me about the gypsies. Were they talking about DNA? And who you will ever be? You can't tell me who I'll ever be. That's idiotic to me. And I'm not saying you don't know. You might know. But you can't tell people well, you're already instructed by the universe. This is all you are and this is all you'll ever be. I mean, Divine Hazel Light. Oh, wait. Oh, you got rid of it. Divine Hazel. Good. I mean, where do you get the word DNA from, and how can you tell someone that's all they'll ever be? Like, that doesn't resonate at all with me. That resonates zero with me. So, if I say to you that DNA means nothing to me, and the Akashic records mean nothing to me, does that mean, well, I just don't know any better, or am I teaching something you don't know about? A record that you don't know about. So you need a record, which means to record something in the past. DNA and records and Akashic records and DNA, that's past life material. What about your future life? I'm not here to profit, and I'm not a prophet, but I'm going to tell you, your DNA, which was apparently connected to your Akashic records, knowledge of all you ever be, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I can't even understand that. I can't, and I wouldn't expect anybody on here too, because it seems like just because you can put a purple heart next to it, I mean, most of the time you love the year, but that's some stupid shit. Unless you can validate that somehow. Here, wake me up tonight. Hey, you want to validate your script, Divine Hazel? When I fall asleep this evening, because I can get out of body, I can travel with you. Come get me. Knock on my fucking skull. Pull me out of my body, and walk with me and show me the Akashic records. Are you capable of doing that? Are you capable of that? Because if you're not, don't speak about it. And then I'll say that very, very, very intensely. If you can, let's go. I'd like to go see all the Akashic records. I'd like to see the DNA. I don't think either of them exist. I think they're both bullshit. I think the Akashic records to some extent exist. But didn't they burn down Alexandria? And we got people that are like working for the government smoking LSD. They made LSD illegal, but then they tell you DNA exists. But then they tell people we came from Africa. And these people that live in America that are actually Native American Indians, and even Indians, Native American Aboriginals, and even Aboriginal, they're original to the land, tell them they came from Africa to take a DNA test. Now, I'm very suspect about that bullshit because I know it says for entertainment purposes, and I know, I look at these people and I know where they come from, because these people in the tribes of Africa, because Africa's a fucking continent, there ain't people, that's countries. Why aren't they coming over here and retrieving all of the people that came over here on the slave ships? Because there wasn't fucking slave ships. If there was any slave ships, it was the people from Slavic, because this was Slavic people, which is called the Slavics. The Slavics that were in the cold nations, they got put onto fucking, because if you look at where it is in the map, but we ain't gonna do all that. But the point is, DNA and all this bullshit, fuck out of here. That's all I gotta say about that, or tell me how it works. Yeah, oh, you made a video? Hey, Sippy Nectar, you made a video? I'm gonna come see your channel. Can you hit me up on my email to remind me to, because we're about 3 hours in. When I fall asleep, I'm gonna wake up and remember that you said this. I mean, I'm here. I'm here current. I got you. I see you. That's awesome though with the ACV. Yeah, that isn't that a great thing? That's super cleansing. Super cleansing. I think it'd be perfect sipping on nectar. um, sipping on nectar. Here's what I'll tell you. Anybody that's in here is on ayahuasca right now, because I am the ayahuasca vine of the native. So if you're in here, you're on ayahuasca. This is you're just doing it digitally. This is why it's not allowed out in public. You can't just walk around throwing ayahuasca tea in people's mouth. This is what ayahuasca looks like. Ayahuasca tea peaking on acid. Yeah. William, you did that for fun. Can't you dig it? Foam roller is a good beat wean for people that have never done it before. Yeah. No, butane, you're wrong about the vitamin D. No, vitamin D is vitamin D is the sunshine. The sunshine is not a vitamin. It's melanin. Yeah, a melanin deficiency will kill you. You better go get some sunshine, get some dark eyes and some dark beard, or get a dark skin, and you can connect it with your eyeballs or your skin and get melatonin, which comes from melanin. So you're creating melatonin, melanin, and serotonin through both your stomach and your brain. But if you take it through your eyes, you're getting melanin, which is brown, which is why the earth is brown and green. So this is why all the people from the earth are brown and green, or they have very dark skin. Now, this is not to say that the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan folk, because they came from the skies, because they were above the shit with their blonde hair because they weren't getting any darkness. They weren't getting melanin, and their blue eyes because they weren't getting melanated because everything was bright to them. There's these fucking hippie folk, blonde hair, blue eyes. But if you get melanated, well, I mean, I keep this one melanated, I keep this one blue eye, but my skin goes back and forth. I go from yellow skin to play with the Chinese, well, Asian, and I go red skin to play with these folk, and I go dark skin to play with all the melanated folk. It's easy to do for me, but the connection is melanation is what you're looking for, because you want to look at the sun. Go look at the moon. It's going to extract your energy. It's going to extract your energy. That's what's going to happen. And vitamin D is not. It's not a vitamin. It's a hormone. It's a hormone. Yeah, but what do you mean reconnect your DNA? Hey, Divine Hazel, again, I mean, I might already cover this, but what do you mean reconnect your DNA strands through your Akashic records? What are DNA strands and what are Akashic records? Who came up with these concepts? How does it work? Just what the fuck do we have to do to be delightful human beings with all one another? You know, because I've listened to a bunch of dumb assholes talk about, hey, I've looked into the blah blah blah, and we can do all the Akashics and this and shit. And I went through the chakras. Yeah, I've been doing this for a fucking long time, a long time. How old are you, Divine Hazel? And then now, remind yourself that you probably have a job. You probably work. No, you have a job. I work. Now, if you had, say, 10 years and you had 2 hours a day to work on this, 10 years times 2 hours, imagine if it 18 years times every minute of every day. That's who you're looking at. So to think for 1 second that you know what's going on, unless you can prove it, show and improve. Show and prove. Meet me, pull me out, let's go. Show me the Akashic records and everything. Prove your point. I only say this to say, I can show you how to get out of body. I can show you how to all the realms. I'm trying to give you keys to your own consciousness because I don't know all this shit. I've never been all the realms. I'm not holistic. I'm some dumb asshole online. But I can reconnect my DNA strands. How many fucking DNA strands? I've heard people say we got 10 DNA strands. I've heard people say we got 13. I've heard people say there's only 7 chakras. I've heard people say, and these are all very spiritual people, they say you got 7. And then they say, no, you got 9. And they say, well, actually, there's 13. And they say, well, you're not looking far enough. And these are all very spiritual people. And then someone says to me, this is another spiritual person, the DNA is, or the strands of the, hold on, the strands that are connected to your chakras, apparently. Well, I was never told the DNA, we got 2 strands of DNA connected to 7 strands of chakra. That's not even available. So, wait, so you're 2 strands of DNA? Oh, no, we got 3 strands? Or are we missing some? My hair, how many strands of my hair I got? I got millions of strands in my hair. I put it anywhere I want. Is my hair connected to my DNA? I mean, my name is Daniel, is it not? You don't think I know about DNA? DNA is D-A-N. You don't think I know what the Daniels mean? What up, Daniel? And Dan-I-L? Don't lie to people. If you don't know, don't say it. If you don't know, just because you read something off the fucking internet, just because it doesn't make any sense. Because I'm trying to figure out what the chakras are. Because I speak about it. I get it. But you don't even know what a chikar is. You know what a chikaro is? Chikaronos? Chikaros? You chicken? On your toes? Roast you? You know, it makes a lot of no sense. To just like, because I'm still trying. I'm trying to figure it out. It would be nice. Like I figure I've gone through all the hoops. I've jumped through this hoop and that hoop. I went through Saturn. I went through Uranus. Because I'm up in your ass right now, and we're gonna be in. I put the cloak on. I've gone through Pluto. Mars that's my dude. We go to war. Mercury. I'm the most Mercury motherfucker you ever met. Mercurian. You wanna go take a temperature? I'll stick it up your ass and we'll figure out what temperature are you. And when that explodes in your ass, because I'm all fluid silver material connected to the silver cord of all things that are out there in the astral realms, and you can figure out what that means, and you can tell me about how all that shit works, then I could listen. But I don't know what you're saying. Do you make videos, Divine Hazel, or am I listening to somebody just type things? I'm not battling with you. I'm just saying I don't get what you're saying with the DNA, because I don't see it, and I don't see the Akashic records. I worked too hard at this. I've done too much work at this, and no one showed me. Well, Shaman, of course you know. This is TsarXen and Butte Ween. Yeah, I'm not sure who you're talking to. Blissful and Harris. Most things are blissful and hilarious to me, and I've been doing work for a long time. I've been working for a long time at this. It just, I get little bits and pieces here and there, but it doesn't seem like who's saying a dang. Like everybody out here on the computer is saying some shit, but you just computer typing. So this makes me want to shut my channel down. Really, like that's how I feel. Like fuck, people are gonna talk about me this bullshit on here. But you're gonna see me in public. People know where I live. Come see me. Come help me. Enjoy my. I've already asked for help. I've already given my help. I've given my help more than I even have capacity to. Where's my access to the Akashic records? What did I do? Did I jack off to your wife the other day, masturbating to some guy on camera? Is that what I did? Did I fuck up there? Did I drink too much? Did I eat a Burger King 5 years ago? Fuck, did I sin against the world? Did I say a rude thing once? What the fuck? Well, when do I get access? See, that's the thing about the spiritual people, because you know what Neville Goddard said? Neville Goddard said this: I don't care what the fuck you do, you're always accepted, because as soon as you're accepted, you're accepted. So who's right and who's wrong? Because I've met Neville Goddard in the astral realm, but I've never met any of you in the astral realm. So who do I have to? Who should be my? And in fact, I've met somebody that knows. How to put this? Anybody who Neville Goddard is? Who was his teacher? Abdullah? Somebody came and said, Abdullah sent me. And you going to tell me about the Akashic records? What? Are you from Egypt? You don't even know where Egypt is. You've never been to Egypt. You probably a white cat. You probably white. You white as fuck. Are you Aztec? Are you Mayan? Are you holy? Are you without doubt? See, that's what I question with people. Like, I'm out here doing this. I'm out in public. I do this shit in public. I do this exact thing in public with people. I'm supposed to just take your word for it? You're gonna tell me I am from the blah, 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 blah. Like, what are you talking about? Let me see your video. Let me see what your face looks like. Let me see what you sound like. Because I guarantee you do not sound like me. You think this voice comes from you think I'm just faking this? You think I can just keep doing this? Where do you think I come from? When do I get my opportunity in the Akashic records and all this cool shit? I read all the books. I seen this shit. Like, I'm just looking at it like, okay, cool, this is awesome. I can get out of body and do some shit. Where's my cool superpowers? I can fly out in the other realms. I can levitate on everybody. I float in every other realm. I just float and levitate on people. Here, no, it doesn't work here so much. What can I do? I have to sign a card? Do I have to go to the local Masonic factory where they give you here, you're part of this eagle cult or whatever? What do you got to do for this? So what happened to that person that I was just talking to? I thought Divine Hazel had something to say. Yeah. Yeah, show me. I get out of body, like I do shit, B. I'm out here in the real world. What you want to go see? You want come see the whole world with me. Come look. Here, you want to see? Do you want to see where the world came from? It's one of the originals. I'll show you. Here. I know. You know what? Isn't it funny how the shadow that's being played on me through the digital realm? It's not gonna let you see it. I can't even. It's just because the light's right there, but I'm not willing to get off my couch because I'm tired. I like it here, but it's right there. Y'all seen it? Oh, there it is. This is the ancient wisdom right there. What's the most ancient language? You seen that? What's the chances that that's on my body right now? People would tell me of the shamanic realms. Wait, they didn't say shamanic. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. These are the astral realms. Who controls the astral realms? Who controls a realm? Where is a realm? Are you in a realm? Are you around? You around, or you just chatting, hitting keyboards? I'm a digital keyboard realm analogist. Yeah, I get about how that works. I know about them cats. I know how you work with the keyboards and shit. Remember, it takes your mind to type something. These computers are slowed down versions of actual reality. uh, any Birdo, anything you'd say, we can fuck them up with. It's fine. Yeah, the Arcturians have been here. Well, I'm connected to the Arcturians almost for sure, and Sirius, obviously, the dog star, the black planet, and very much the Aztecs. I ain't gonna leave the Irish out. In fact, I'll take the whole planet with me. I'll take the whole plane with me. I'm connected to all y'all. Y'all my family. So raise up, bitches. Uh, because that's how we roll. If you're connected to Thoth, you know who Thoth is? You want to talk to her? You want to talk to Hermes Trismegistus? Here, watch. Here, let me show you how this works. I'm gonna change my soda pop over, and you can see how Thoth works. The other day, who's taking down a bottle of alcohol in front of your faces? We ain't even drinking alcohol no more. We gotta do something else. Huh? You know, here, we're gonna sit poolside. Let's see what we got. We're gonna sit poolside with them. Even though I don't want to have to burp, but I will. Cause the wine is getting. I could see how I could hear my voice was whiny to people, and I don't whine like that. I like to sit poolside and just enjoy myself. And in fact, here's how strong we're gonna get with it. I'm gonna show you something so strong right now. You ain't even gonna understand what's going on. I'm gonna carry it with me because I put things on my shoulders. I got like a giant chest and like I don't know. My shoulders are not strong, I guess, but whatever. I don't know. I'll try. I'll work it. I'll work on them. So here's what we'll do. I'm gonna work through these comments here, just because. Well, why not? What else am I gonna do? But here's the greatest thing in the world. Boop. Fine Ruby Port. This is not a brand that I've had before. I love port wine. I really, 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 truly do. A lot of times it can be too sweet, or they can make it too complicated to open. Oh, they made it one of these bottles? Come on, don't make me walk back over there. But see, what you do is if you come into port as a pirate, we ain't gonna go through the whole game again about Portugal, because obviously port wines, just the same way as champagne, has a specific name for a reason. So people be stealing champagne, even though it didn't come from the Campania region, which means champion region. This is why they drink champagne after they win a car race, and then we can play all that game. And I mean, it's basically just, this is a sweet nectar that introduces certain elements that allow a wine to be brought on board a ship. See, it's right there. So it can go overseas, because a wine at 13% alcohol won't last. It will go bad. But this, about 18 point. Oh, this is 90%. Let's see what. We just pirate the shit out. Oh, it's so glorious because it's so sweet, and it's like a nectar. It's like a nectar of honey that you really enjoy, that you don't want to drink too much of it, so you don't drink it too fast. So you just kind of, you drink it, you're like, Mom, that's a big drink. 20% alcohol almost is huge. But it's so sweet but it's not so sweet. It's, I mean, this right here though. I mean, I want to take one more sip just because it's so nice. So, but what they've done with the rest of the idea of port wine is like when you're shipping something, you go to a port. It came from Portugal to begin with. At least that's the story. But it's like if you port your ship, you get this delicious. You want something. This is, yeah, a higher percentage. Like the 17.5s, you don't want because there's going to be more sugar in it. But we ain't port, we at the pool. Show and tell like elementary schools always. So I'm a little behind, guys. I don't. When I went and got my little beverage there, I don't know what you guys are responding to. I'm gonna try to. Yeah. Lighting your light body up. Isn't that great? My light body is lit up. Can you see me? You can see me in the dark. I could turn all my lights off. People are still gonna be clicking on my goddamn channel. And I don't even know nobody. I ain't even trying to do anything with this shucking channel. Shucking and jiving and playing in the pool and diving. Yeah, we ain't gonna rhyme. Don't get me rhyming at this fucking hour. That's so stupid. You fucked me up last time with that last the last time that I did that shit. But the one that you recorded, William Costa, was pretty decent. Yeah, sip on nectar. I don't know about the infinite things. 7. Yeah, 7. I mean, what is it? What is a chakra? Just tell me exactly what a chakra. How about this? Sipping on nectar. Tell me what a chakra is, and I'll tell you what it is. Like after you give me the wrong answer, I'll give you the right answer. That's that easy, because you're gonna answer it wrong, and I already know that. And butane, yeah, you wrong about it too. I mean, and butane, I already told you, until you do something with the green and the B, I can't even hear you. I mean, I love you. I mean, you give me so much good information, but I need to at least, I need some sort of like just throw a nickel in the bucket. That's all. I don't care if you fucking lie about it and just take an image off the internet. That would help me though. But no, you're wrong about that. That's not how that works. The sacral chakra and going through the spins down. No, that's not what happens. The circle jerk. Yeah, well, spiritual is what they're doing is they circle jerk each other because they took spiritual and put it in a 2-dimensional plane. And so they go. But if they understand what spiritual was, it was a spiral. Because they'd be living 3D, but they live in here like I'm here living spiritual because I'm out here. I'm in this building. You see me 2D. Come see me 3D. And here's what's going to happen. There's a lot of you motherfuckers that will not show up because I'm going to talk just like this, and I guarantee you ain't going to be able to respond as quickly as you do. And you're going to get burnt the fuck down. It's like if you go to a comedy show and you have something stupid to say. No. No, honey. You're going to get fucking your asshole ripped out of you. Like this is straight blasting. Like, and I'm like, here, a lot of dudes be talking about fists and assholes. What I do as a comedian is I take my elbow and I stick it in your asshole. I upgraded it. Who's ever done that? Everybody's fists and assholes. I'm a comedian. I elbow assholes. That's got to be tough. Because I'm Muay Thai. I'm a Muay Thai. I'm a professional fighter. I'm from Thailand. I come from many realms. I know many things that I don't share with people because you're not privy to it. Because you're just a couple people on the internet. You think I just drink beers? You gotta be stupid. But that's just comedy. I just do that with comedy. I come from other realms of comedy. What's up, 420? 420, what you want, man? I seen you here. Good picture, by the way. This is where you're stuck. Too many different info. Dismiss info. Just if you're still here at 420, I'll give you information you need. I like your picture. That's good, man. I'll answer you at the bottom here if you're here. I get there. Andy Bedeau, because I'm gonna get rid of the R in Andy Bedeau. You don't want to get out of the body. You want to get into the body. I tried to get out of the body for a long time, but it doesn't work. Get into the body. That's why I speak differently now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Butewing. Yeah. Let's see, Butewing. I know you straight. I was just fucking with you, but you say any 3 hours. You only need 20 minutes, and you need 20 minutes of if you want that one right here. You want me to just do it right now? We only just 20 minutes on camera. You guys want to see how to meditate? I'm not gonna do the whole 20 minutes, but here's the first thing you need to do to meditate properly. Properly is what you need to do is release what you have in you. Stop asking for things. Stop asking for things. Give everything you have to the world, which is this. And you breathe all out. I'm giving you a Daniel Drew meditation that he learned from the Sufi masters. I learned a long time ago too. We on it. So you just keep breathing out until you can't breathe out anymore. And then immediately you're gonna suction back in all of that. And that's what your breath work's gonna do. Now you can use either one. The best way to breathe out is your mouth. The best way to breathe in is your nose, depending on where you live. Because this cools or heats up. So if you're in a temperate zone, then you can pick what you want. But if you're in a cold zone, this is going to take a while. But you might freeze your brain out, so you might be breathing out your mouth. But you don't want to freeze your lungs out, so now it's a confusing thing to do. If you're in a cold climate, breathing here might freeze your brain. Breathing here might freeze your lungs. Now that's confusing. But if you're in a decent climate, do either one you want. If you're in a hot climate, well, you'll know what to do when you're there. Hot climates are pretty obvious. But what do you do with these fingers? It depends on what you're doing with the breathing pattern. Now, if I started breathing in my mouth, which finger would I choose? Why is the Buddha do this, and Jesus do this, and this guy do this, and the devil? Why does the devil do this, and the Jesus does this one? Oh no! Oh, well, Jesus wasn't. No, that was some bad. That was some bad 70s porn right there, or good 70s porn. But it's you're connecting the seasons, or the off and ons, left and rights, the male and females, the dynamics of principles between these fingers, which are connected in brainwaves, which are connected to the way that you breathe. So if I were to breathe in here first, did I breathe out? I would take it in here. I mean, first what we had to do is just breathe out. Now we breathe in. Now we breathe out. Now we can work through those meditations because all we have is our nose and our mouth, and these are connected to our nose and our mouth. But they're also connected to mother and father. And so that's a really long meditation, and I'm way too fucking poolside to be going that deep on I don't know, whatever the fuck I do. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I teach people anymore. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, that was just me being funny. Okay. Let me see what y'all want to say. Yeah, so they're all connected to your breathing patterns and your brain waves. But I've done here's what I'll say. I've done videos on that. I just do shit to be funny because more than anything, I can't tell if I'm smarter than I am funny, and sometimes when I'm trying to be smart, I'm funny, and Then I just keep the cycle going. But before that, I was completely the dynamic of spiritual revelation of. Oh, I ain't talking about the Bible and Revelation. I'm just saying, just find it within yourself. All you ever see somebody that says manja, they go manja, manja. They'll hold both. They'll hold these three fingers to say manja, 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 because it means eat, 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 eat. So eat, eat, eat this knowledge. Because they're connecting it. But that's grandma's sauce. Grandma's tomato sauce came from her heart. This is why the Italians, which came from Latin, was why grandma was cooking in the kitchen, and you can taste how your grandma's cooking was better than anybody else had cooked. It had nothing to do with the recipe; was the same, but it's because she put manja in it. She said, "Eat, eat. I'm giving this to you. I'm giving you Mama Earth." And she held her fingers together this way, and when she grabbed the spoon, she was stirring. She was an alchemist, uh, a witch, a warlock, all of those beings that are too out there that you don't want to know. They do things in specific ways to get a result. Meaning, if I'm a whirling dervish, I throw my left hand up and I throw my right hand down and I spin around in a left hand turn, and I create energy to do the same thing that they're doing around Kaaba, but they're doing it in the opposite direction, because it's called the Merkaba, or the Kaaba, or Kabal, or the black stone of Saturn, which they're creating time around. Time. Got it? Time. And they're creating time by walking around something that was created for them. Which means they're working around a calendar. Wow, this is good. This is good material. Just get rid of the hiccups I got in here. Oh, these aren't hiccups. These are just burps. But what we did was, instead of having time and revolving this way, we spun it that way and got emit. So if you have internally Saturn, because you control Saturn, it's not controlling Saturn, but it's holding Saturn, saying, Saturn, you're a part of this. They appreciate you. And do that with all the planets, and do that with everybody you know. You take time and you invert it on itself, and you spin the opposite direction. So you invert time. And so therefore you get a capacity to invert all of physicality, because physicality, if you looked at yesterday, it didn't look like today. So if you inverted time, you invert space. And if you invert space, you invert physicality. And by invert, what I mean is you change it to a different situation. So as soon as you get to know every single thing that's going on, time and space are irrelevant. And so time is whatever you want it to be, and emitting time is whatever you want it to be. And you can spin this way or that way. You could like Kabah, and you can look at the Kabal, and you could put your hand up this way, or you could get on a bull and you could ride it this way, and you could ride it for 7 seconds and realize those 7 seconds are created amongst the 7 days of the week. Why are you going to get on? What is it? 8? Oh, it's 8 seconds for a bull, because they want you to go for infinity, huh? But I digress on that. So you're looking for some sort of balance between slowing down and increasing time, and looking at physicality and reference points differently. Reference points are, well, I don't know. If I point over there, am I pointing at a space over there? But if I'm here, I can't be pointing. I can't be pointing at space. I have to be pointing at a time I'm going to, because the only way I can get to that space is if I move through time. I'd have to get on a boat, or I'd have to walk over there. I'd have to get on a bike. So space and time are the same thing. This is obvious, unless of course you know something else. Because space and time are the same thing. So if space and time are the same thing, what controls space and time? Back to my earliest video that I ever made, and the one that I made just a little while ago on, well, how to do this. On magnetism and electricity. Magnetism and electricity have to do with space and time. I can't do this poolside. I can't do that one right now. Come on, don't make me do that. Let's stay funny with the kind of semi. Let's not get into space time electromagnetism right now. I've done that way too many times, and we're gonna let's see. Let me scroll through and see what you had to say, and I'm so far behind right here. Torin, I love what you just said. That I'm not going to deny anything because that belief may block me off from something. There was the greatest teacher said that if I believe something, then it doesn't allow the possibility for something new to come true. If I believe something as an absolute fact, if I say I'm 100% certain, then it could never occur. And if I seem to be a verb, I seem to always change. It appears to me, because if I say I am a verb, then I'm always changing and I can't be what I am. So that will fuck me up. If I said I am a verb, it would fuck me up. And if I said I am a noun, I would never move. If I said I seem to be a noun, that would be confusing. So if I seem to be a verb, what it allows me to do is correct my disposition on life any point I want. My disposition or my pure position or my purpose or my whatever I'm doing, I can change at any time, which is perfectly said by Torin. I'm not going to deny anything because that belief may block me off from it. You can have you have we're all temporary belief systems. Temporary comes from temporal. Like your temporals is your temples. Why do you think the sands of times change? The temples of Egypt, where are they? I mean, I know where they are. But do you? Can you see them? Are they stuck in the sands of time? Did it get buried into them? Or do you believe in time? Or are you a time lord? Time lord is hard fucking, like it's just, but it's easy. Because we're condensing, doing all of that to create in space things so that you can see this. Do you know how fucking hard it was for me to make my first video? There's no reason that like right now there's 4.2 thousand people that apparently YouTube says subscribes to me. And there's, in the next day, there'll probably be 500 people who watch this video. Okay. And maybe over a month or two, there might be 1,000. But could you imagine me thinking that this could somehow collect space and time through this Ethernet system? That, I mean, am I collapsed? Am I in there? Not really. Like I'm sitting over here, but look at that concept. That I'm the most introverted person you ever meet. I'm so introverted. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you. I don't have any connection to you, but I'm sharing my fucking life with you. I've made 1,000 videos. Maybe almost at this point 1,100 videos. Maybe 1,112 videos because my last video was called 1111 and I did it because I saw 1111 on the phone. I just thought it's fucking funny. But maybe that was my 1100. 1,111. It depends how you say these words. But it was funny to me to think about, like, how is it that I'm doing this? Where is your space? What are you doing? And then I go back to, like, okay, Zen in student mode, Zen in teacher mode, Zen in nothing mode. No, I'm no one in no one mode. I'm taking a nap when I'm. Hey, can I take a shit over? Can I go take a shit, y'all? I mean, do I gotta ask your permission, or is that? Can I take a commercial break? Could you imagine me on like real TV or whatever the fuck they do? Somebody's like live TV. You gotta. All right, take a shit, or I gotta do this. But I'm doing that anyways because this is irrelevant to me. It's irrelevant to me what happens on this fucking where we think you are. Where are you? What are we doing? What are you doing? I can't get that point across enough to people that every one of my videos is about trying to show you that I live a very nice life. I'm a little weird. You don't want my life. There's some weird shit that happens in my life. I'm a strange guy. I'm also very talented. I'm so very kind and loving. I got lots of cool things going on. You don't want this life. But the teaching is very simple. What do you want in your life? How can I assist you in your life to improve upon the way that you think about things? Should you think like I do? No, don't think like I do. Think like you do. Just take those little shackles off of your brain and just go. Things look a little different. Yesterday, I didn't think I could drink water. I was addicted to soda pops. Who said soda pops? What a dumbass word that is, soda pops. Soda Popinski. I was drinking, I'll drink juice. Well, you were drinking the shit out the carton, that's not fruit juice. Oh man, and isn't it confusing? Because if you listen to me sometimes, I put the robe on, I put the thing on, I put myself in the right position. I look like some sort of genius. And then you listen to me talk sometimes I go, we bullshit in poolside, and we're going to talk about anal sex and picking our fucking noses. You know what they do in India? They pick their noses and they eat it because they know their boogers will actually cause their immune system to fix the problems of the smells in the air. I'm not a booger eater, but I'm just saying that's how it works. Why do you think kids eat their boogers? They're trying to fix their fucking immune system. I could hear you, except I never even talked to. I talked to like 3 of you. You know, I only wear this just so you can't see my forehead. I only look this way so you can't see my eyes. I adjust my joints. I adjust my joints. I adjust my voice just slightly so it's not too much. If I took this off and I did the whole thing and I put a thing on, this would be too much. I couldn't handle it all. I don't want it all. It's stupid. I'm just trying to teach people that want to know. Because it's for you. Can I fix your brain? Nope. No, I can't fix your brain. Don't come asking me how to fix your brain. You can ask me questions and I will give you answers, but you can ask me, I'll tell you, eat that root. Do that thing over there. Do this thing for yourself. Your body, your mind, and your soul, and, well, it's not your soul, your body, mind, and spirit will already know how to fix itself. All I'm doing is activating that. If there's anything I can do, I turn people on to the system that's already available within themselves. I'm some weird dude over here. I might be some digital pinpoints on a screen that is someone's just typing some shit out of a mouth that's coming through the screen. Have you ever seen how good the animation looks these days? What you don't know is this. Technology is about 30 years ahead of time. Like, meaning this, you're looking at 2050 technology. I'm from the year 3030, but I walked back into 2050 to get on camera to show you in 2018 how the fuck can get to 2050 so you could see what's going on in 3030. So does that mean he doesn't exist? Is he actually human? Watch me do 10 and a half hours drinking a bottle of vodka, and you see. Is that a human doing that? Is that a computer system doing that? Or is he just a shaman? Or is he just a retard? Or, because you've seen people drink a bottle of vodka on camera, but then they shut it off right afterwards. They'll drink a bottle of vodka on camera for 10 minutes. You know what they do afterwards? They might do an enema. They might fucking vomit. They might fucking pass out. They might go to the hospital. You watch me do the whole thing straight. Now, is that just a computer system doing it, or did I just do that? And for what reason, by the way? To make you all drink more? No, because I had 10 and a half hours to talk to people. That's why I did it. But you don't know that. You don't know who I am. You kind of do. You know me more than I know you. That's the most important part. So I'm gonna scroll through this shit so fast because I'm back at 10:14, and I realize it's 10:40, so I'm 35 minutes behind. So I'm gonna apologize to anybody that I did not catch up with here. I might not answer anything you have to say because I'm just trying to catch up. Yeah, Andy, Buddo. I will post this later. I don't give a fuck. Maya and Jay, you in here? Hopefully you're still in here when I get to the bottom of this. Oh, hey William, you want the live stream right now? Do you want to? Do you want? Oh shit! Do you really want it? I just got here, B. I'm sorry. I was wilding the fuck out on it. Oh, we have booger eaters right now. William, call you live right now. You want it? Okay. For you 17 weirdos, you faggots, you cocksuckers, you strangers, you backseat boogie motherfuckers, and you lovely human beings. Always do great groovy things, inspire the world. But right now, even if you can't donate to me, you know how to do it. Get on all my other videos. There's a bunch of places you can just put $1 in my pocket so I can stay drunk. But right now, go see William Costes. Do it! If I see 16 people in this fucking room in 5 minutes, I'm gonna call YouTube and I'm gonna write them a very long, terrible letter about why there's 15 people still here. Who are you? Are y'all fake? William Costes, go see him. I'm tired of entertaining you fags. Jonaman, I'll give you a short one on that. Short one. Hey, Shaman, go see William Kyle. Be there 1 second. Let me just answer Jonaman. Taro and salt. Taro is, you want salt outside of your body. It just creates a ring around you. If you put salt around a garden, if you put salt anywhere, it keeps things away because salt is a poison. This is why salt is connected to witches. The witchery is this, is they use poison to keep people that would hurt them away. They're not trying to poison people. What they're saying is stay away from me if you would hurt me. This is why we put hexes on people. This is why we put circles around shit. This is why we put the star on things. It's not connected to damaging anything because there's a circle there. There's a different thing there. We're not going out trying to attack people. We're like X-Men. You know how an X-Men movie? X-Men movie is about witches and the pagans. That's really where it's at. Anybody from a religion will come and, if you really said you was a pagan, if you really said you knew magic, they'd be like, oh, you use black magic and you're gonna hurt somebody. Like, no, like, the fuck are you talking about? That's not how it works. You know, they think it wrong because they don't know it. But they're too busy judging because they don't know what we're doing. What we're doing is we're trying to uplift the fucking whole world. We're trying to show people how to take care of their own fucking life and their whole self. And all of their community and everything that comes into their... Like, Christians don't take care of their children. I'll end it with this. Christians don't take care of their children. Put this fucking on live chat. You find me one that does. They don't. They try to own them. They denominate. They demonate. Which means if you go to a church, you find denominations. It means you find demons. Which means you have a father and a mother that subject their child by saying, nope, the father owns the mother, the child, because they say the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. They don't talk about the mother. They fuck everything up. And then so us pagans, the real black arts magicians, I ain't black arts. I'm fucking full spectrum magic. I do all the colors, homie. Like, we don't black arts. That shit was easy. Black arts is simple, Harry Potter. We done white arts, black art. We do purple arts. We do all the colors. So check it real close. Paganism and the whole salt is using the white to cover the area around where we're doing our sacred acts. Secretions. Sacred comes from secretions. Okay? So if we secrete axe, it's an axe because we were chopping something down. Now we don't cut down the sacred tree because we already knew what it was. But the axe was used for a different reason by the pagans. It was to keep the fucking Christians away that were liars. They lied on us. Because the funny thing is, I'm Christ in a community of pagans. I'm the Christed one. They're Christians. It's like who said, I love your Christ, but I hate your Christians. Well, I'm not Christian. I'm Christ, and I'm Krishna, and I'm all the pagans, and I'm all the Megans, and I'm all of the other. We ain't trying to knock your church down, but if your church tries to fuck with one of us, we all come through and we burn the whole fucking city down. That's how it works. Facts on that, stacks on that, racks on racks. Fucking bong bong. Stay loose. Be fun with it. Just have fun with the words. Stay trill. Stay true. Be violet. If you need to be blue, be blue. Be depressed. Get a deep rest. See y'all soon. It's a pleasure to see y'all.